and location of your emergency.
Breaking news out of North Idaho. Moscow police are investigating a homicide on King Road.
Is she breathing?
No.
So 5'10", all black. Could you see what color his eyebrows were or anything like that?
No, I don't remember what his eyes look like either.
Officers discovered the bodies of Ethan Chapin, Xana Kernodle, Maddie Mogen, and Kaylee Goncalves, but no weapon has been located at this time.
Arrested. That's 28-year-old Bryan Kohberger in custody today.
Kohberger allegedly stalked one of the victims. That's false.
We do not have evidence that the defendant had direct contact with 1122 or with residents of 1122, but we can put his phone in that area. There are many residences in that area. It's a dense population of mostly college-related occupants.
Everything is alleged. Hey, you guys. How's everyone doing this evening? I got just sidetracked, organizing a bunch of stuff, moving a bunch of stuff. So we're doing this sort of late. It just is what it is. I've been needing to get some organization done on the files so I can clean out my computer. So I just sort of got into like a flow with that, and just, that's pretty much just what I did for the longest. And I wrote down all the interviews and everything all over again, redid all the lists of things that we still haven't gone over so that I can keep better track. And I think we're good. I think we're good. So we are going to listen to the Bianca Perez interview. This one is super interesting because in this one, there's some really serious claims made that we've never heard before. We have never once heard anyone say that Dylan recognized the guy that she claimed to have seen in the mask that night. And this is the first, and so far only, time that we have heard that. I find that interesting. So we're going to go ahead and watch this from Connor's channel. I need to fix it. I thought this was Accomplished Days one. See, I was getting the WSU professor one ready for tomorrow and got them mixed up. Here we go. Because we're going to listen to hers in the morning. I have the thumbnail ready to go for that professor. That will be super interesting. Okay. Now, I had gotten some of the way through getting some of the redactions and stuff out of this one. And then something happened in the copy that I had, like, went away. I don't know what happened to it. So the editing that I had was lost. There's a shit ton of redactions in this, like shit tons of redactions. It should be illegal, which it probably is, the kinds of redactions that they've got going on here. And it's so bad. So I'm going to try to go forward as much as possible. But the main reason why we're doing it this way instead of the way that I did it, besides the fact I could have done the whole thing over again, is that captions seem to be a preferred thing here. And I haven't really been able to find, I guess, an editing program that doesn't have 1,000 mistakes. I guess is what I'm trying to say. It seems like every time I try to use one of my editors that I use to make captions on the ones that I have, there's always a million things wrong, and it just takes more time. And to me, it's a waste of time. I'd rather just figure out one of the other ways to do it. So we're going to go ahead and start listening to this one. And because we are doing captions, I am going to keep it rather big right here. But more like this, I guess. Okay, let's get started.
December 6th, 2022, 5:17 p.m. Idaho State Police Detective Joe Lake with Idaho State Police Detective, state name,
William Adams.
And tonight we're meeting about the knowledge of the victims of the quadruple homicide here in Moscow, Idaho, just off the U of I campus. So I know you've been spoken with before. I've read the special agents report and interview.
So she's one of the one that the feds got to first. Okay.
You. I know that Will has talked to you a couple of times.
Yeah.
But yet we're going to meet again.
That's fine.
And here we are. What I'd like to do is I'm going to take a look here at your questionnaire.
Okay.
And just kind of pick your brain about a few things.
Okay.
All right. So the first question, identify Kaylee's family members.
Did you just say Kaylee's family members? And it instantly gets redacted. This is one of the longest redactions, I think. I remember this is where, because the first time I listened to this, I was walking around the house cleaning. Well, no, I was rearranging my room and cleaning, and I was like,
Right.
Yeah.
I know it's not supposed to be quiet that long. Okay, here we go. There's a lot of it. I'll end up taking all the redactions and stuff out and posting a different version of it later.
Romantic partners.
Yeah.
Let's talk. I hate how they phrase romantic partners, but
Yeah.
let's talk about romantic partners. Who was Kaylee involved with? Jack, obviously.
Yeah, Jack. I know that her and Jack were on good terms after their breakup.
They
for a
shared the
while.
dog, right?
Yeah.
How long is this one going to last? Atrocious. Ooh. These redactions are so bad. That's the main amount of comments on Connor's page, is all the damn redactions are so ridiculous, which is true. And like I said, the more you pay, the more redactions there is. That's basically what it's come to.
You guys.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. You guys hang out much? Socialism?
Sometimes.
My God, another one.
Okay.
Okay. Turn this down.
The usual.
Okay.
That's my child.
Describe
Sorry,
qualities,
guys.
positive
Ariel's
and negative
texting me
Kaylee's
faster than I can turn
relationships,
this down.
Strength of bonds, ongoing conflicts, custodial issues, etc.
Okay, I need to go back and listen to what he asked. Sorry, Ariel needed
You
to
guys hang out.
Okay, what was this? And it's not important. She needed the Netflix code. It's not important. Just I had to get back to her.
Okay. You guys hang out much? Socialism?
Sometimes.
Yeah, boo boo. Well, at least they are letting you at least hear the question being asked. Damn.
The usual.
Okay. Describe qualities, positive and negative, of Kaylee's relationships, strength of bonds, ongoing conflicts, custodial issues, etc.
Wow. Oh, are y'all talking about the idiot? No, Naysayer got blocked because he came in here suddenly being an asshole. Like, my whole thing is you can change your opinion. We have people in here with differences of opinion all the time. But there was no reason to come in here and start being a douchebag. Like, he came in here with like a new account that said Bryan did it with a Bryan icon with like a cigar or some shit in his mouth. That, or like something that coming out of his mouth and it said I did it on it, and like he sent a super chat just to get the most attention just to say, Bryan did it, I'm out, beaches. And I'm just like, okay, for one, you're like a 5-year-old. This is extremely immature. And for two, just because you changed your opinion doesn't mean that the questions that you had just go away. And we're still here to try to answer those questions. And these are people that you've had relationships with and talked to on a freaking daily basis for hours and hours a day for years now. So why, just because you've changed your opinion, are you coming in here and being a fucking asshole? That's why he got blocked. And that goes for the other couple of them over the past few weeks that you have been here for years. And as soon as they changed their opinion, they became assholes. Like actual threatening, name-calling, straight-up assholes. When they used to be in here supportive as shit and talking to everybody like they were besties. It's the weirdest freaking mentality. So that's why. I've seen y'all been talking about it for a while. That's why his ass got blocked. And if he comes in here with another account, he's going to get blocked from there too. There's no reason to be an asshole. Even if for some reason, even though Cy has produced no proof whatsoever, which is kind of like the whole point why everyone still has questions. So why you would flip with no proof is freaking dumb, in my opinion. But just because you flipped your opinion doesn't mean you have to come in here and start treating everybody like shit. So if you do that, you treat people like shit just because you changed your opinion, I don't have time to deal with people like that. You can get the fuck out. But if you want to be an adult and keep talking to people in a normal way, the way you have been over the past few years, because none of these people that you're talking to have changed. None of these people that you're talking to have changed. They're not, I mean, and I was watching the chat. When he would come in here and start saying stuff about how he had changed his mind and Cy-Ray, blah, blah, whatever, no one was being rude to him. Nobody was being mean to him. Everyone thought he was just sort of like joking around, or even so, nobody was saying anything mean to him. He just came in here and started being an ass for nothing. I'm not going to deal with it. He can go. He can straight up go. I heard that they did that, but let me ask a question because I'm not going to bother. So it's great and all that they're doing some sort of comparison and they're calling him out, you know, right? But did they pull up a map and happen to show anybody during the entire Cy-Ray versus Cy-Ray live the points of the map that Cy-Ray showed them? Did they pull up a map at all during this? See? Until they pull up a map and they relay the information that Cy-Ray showed them, I don't really care what they have to say, you know? I mean, great. Cool. We knew by their faces that they were, you know, probably going to end up saying something about his answers. But they've got to come out and they said something, made it very clear something was showed to them. He pulled up a map. He showed them locations, where he thinks the turn points were, where he thinks the weapons could have been held. If they have that information, they should produce it. See, that's the thing. If he actually showed them, they could be talking out their asses. I don't know. I just know they said that on Andrew Myers, and they should have popped it up and showed it. Okay, but see, but that's cool. But they're not coming out and showing anything to the public. I don't care what somebody that's sitting behind a camera says that they saw if they're not then showing it to the people that they're telling the information to. Like we know what the bed frame looks like. It can't be any different than what we saw in the crime scene photos. So if they saw the hair in Ethan's hand, then why can't the public see it? If Bryan Inton can see it, why can't the public see it? We don't know what kind of agreements are being made behind those cameras being turned off. They have to show the public, or their opinion on it doesn't really matter much, in my opinion. I mean, that's a bit ridiculous. We just want them to prove what they're trying to say. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, why do you get to see it when you're trying to make us think that it's there and you want us to keep fighting this fight, which we're going to keep fighting the fight regardless, because this is literally 0.5% of the bullshit. But if this is a serious actual thing and it's an actual chunk of hair, a clump of hair, a massive amount of hair, and not like one or two little straggling pieces, then if you can show some YouTubers and a freaking news anchor, you can show the public that you're telling this to. It just seems a bit ridiculous that they're picking and choosing who gets to see things. It's usually people that will agree to certain things, as we've noticed. So I guess we'll see what they do, because until they produce it, I just don't really care what they're saying at this point. I really just don't have the time for it.
Right. Friends don't necessarily do that.
Yeah.
May I ask, what is your major in college?
Okay, see, now I want to know what was said right here, because his instant response was, yeah, and see, friends don't normally do that. What does that mean?
Right. Friends don't necessarily do that.
Yeah.
May I ask, what is your major in college?
I'm just going to put this in the middle. Maybe not. Oh, I got to sneeze. Ooh. And friends don't necessarily do that, do they? So what happened that made him make that comment? Interesting statement to make. Oh my God, why is this such a long one? It's like skipping every 2 seconds or so. Wow. I can't even remember what the hell he said now.
Would you take it to advice?
That's crazy. Okay.
She should seek that advice. Would she heed that advice? Would you take it to heart?
Would she heed that advice? Would she take it to heart? Are they talking about Kaylee here? I can only assume that they're talking about Kaylee, because the last part of context we were actually given was about Kaylee's family and her relationships. And yeah, and friends don't normally do that is interesting. Now, you have to also remember there was a fight between Kaylee and Maddie that Christy told us about. And it seems from the context of the conversation from the interview room that it was sometime around right before Olivia's wedding. And Maddie had told Christy at some point that she was afraid to come to the house to try to talk to Kaylee, because she said that she felt like Kaylee was going to punch her in the face the second she saw her. We never found out what that fight was about. So maybe that's what this conversation is about. Because that's the only thing I can think of. That's the only fight of a friend story that we've heard of. But then again, there's a lot of shit we haven't heard, you know.
Any arrests, court involvement, so on and so forth. Nothing that you were aware of.
Yeah.
How about?
Any arrests?
Let me preface.
Any arrests or anything? What? What did you say all that for? Yeah, what was the advice? There's a lot here. Wow, this is so crazily redacted.
Yeah, thanks, Will. Any arrests, court involvement, so on and so forth. Nothing that you were aware of.
Yeah.
Which means that's about someone else. Okay.
How about, and let me preface this. No one is going to get in any trouble for anything outside the scope of these murders.
Okay.
Let's talk a little bit about illicit drug use, prescription meds, party drugs, things of that nature. What do you know about that element of her life?
This has got to be about Kaylee. So let's see what they answer. And I'm only saying that again because of the context. Tell me about Kaylee's family. Okay, what about her romantic relationships? It doesn't sound like they've changed off subject from that. This seems like it's probably victimology for Kaylee. So we can only assume until we hear a change here that this is who this is about.
I mean, she didn't like smoking weed. It would give her anxiety.
Okay.
I feel like cocaine maybe, but not like, I don't really see Kaylee going out of her way to find it. I feel like maybe just like at parties and stuff, if it's offered to you, I feel like she would definitely maybe do it. But yeah, I don't think Kaylee would ever go out of her way to find drugs.
Okay. And forgive me, but are people at the school these days, are they into any of the ecstasy or any of the other?
Yeah, I never know. No. No.
I know that some of the prescription meds, Adderall, other things like that.
Like Adderall, yeah, like that. But I mean, that's just, I don't know. I feel like that's pretty normal, I guess.
It is. Well,
yeah.
For however you want to look at it, it is
normal for what it is, I guess. Yeah.
A lot of people are taking it, even if it's not their own prescription. Yeah. Right. Okay.
But like even that, I think Kaylee was basically done with school. She had like, she was taking like 2 or 3 classes that she just like wanted to take so she could graduate. I don't know, but she was basically done. She was just working.
Yeah, her parents said that I think she had an exam like the next day, and that was like the last thing she had to do. It was like one test. So crazy.
I know that like last year, or was it last year? Yes, last semester. Last year she was taking her like teaching thing, what is it called, practicum or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But she was doing that and she was definitely under a lot of stress. So that's like the only time I could really see her probably taking a lot of Adderall. But
yeah, remember she was going to be a teacher and then all of a sudden she went left, changed her entire career path.
Like now, probably not.
Okay. How about drinking excess?
Right, but no, what he means is like it's normal for college life because he knows when it comes to Adderall that the majority of it is not prescribed. And so that's what he means when they're talking about Coke and Adderall, that it's like normal for as normal of whatever college life is. It's like something that's a stigma, apparently, which is not just like an apparently thing. That's like a stigma. A lot of college students do it.
It's college.
Yeah. I mean,
I like to tell people, I paid for my rent by having keggers. Back then we used to have keggers.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he has said this story before. Stop telling all these college people this story.
I paid my rent in college just by having keggers.
Yeah.
So I get it. But these days, there seems to be a little bit of a difference from when I was in college over 30 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That it's almost like a norm to drink excessively when it wasn't so much then. It was more, all right, we won the game, or whatever, and we had a rager. Was that a normal thing, though, to kind of drink excessively, drink to the point of incapacitation? Put it that way.
What the hell do you think a rager is? That's exactly what a rager is. Y'all drank the same back then as they drink now. What are you talking about, Grandpa? What is he talking about?
No, she really never drank that much. Like she would, Kaylee, we would have to convince her to go out most days. Like I'd text her and be like, hey, I haven't seen you in forever. You should come. Like, or just like things like that. I know she would go to the bars every once in a while, but she wasn't like an avid, like everyday drinker, like maybe like a glass of wine or 2, but she was never like blacked out to the point where she like can't remember things or like can't take care of herself. She was very careful.
How about some of the roommates?
Some of them were. I mean, it's just like, I guess like Xana was very much like that. At least last year she was. I think now that she was dating Ethan, she kind of like calmed down because they would like take care of each other. But I know Xana definitely drank a lot. Maddie was kind of the same as Kaylee, not very often, probably because of her.
Right.
I mean, I guess if you're doing like a long distance relationship, I don't think that her boyfriend would be happy with her doing that all the time.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So I mean,
or is it Dylan?
Yeah,
and Bethany?
I think I didn't really know that.
Dylan and Quinn. Is that who she's talking about? Because it blocked it, so I'm figuring it's Dylan.
Seen you in forever. You should come. Like, or just like things like that. I know she would go to the bars every once in a while, but she wasn't like an avid, like everyday drinker. Like maybe like a glass of wine or 2, but she was never like blacked out to the point where she like can't remember things or like can't take care of herself. She was very careful.
How about some of the roommates?
Some of them were. I mean, it's just like, I guess like Xana was very much like that. At least last year she was. I think now that she was dating Ethan, she kind of like calmed down because they would like take care of each other. But I know Xana definitely drank a lot. Maddie was kind of the same as Kaylee, not very often, probably because of her.
Yeah, Maddie and Jake.
I guess if you're doing like a long distance relationship, I don't think that her boyfriend would be happy.
And see, that's another thing. We know her boyfriend. Like, we know who her boyfriend was. Why are we redacting that relationship from the interview? Like it didn't exist. He spoke at the memorial. There's photos of them everywhere. We know who he is. It's not invasion. It's not a personal invasion of privacy or whatever the hell they try to say for you to just say his first name and the word boyfriend in context to Maddie. What a stupid redaction.
With her doing that all the time.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, I think I didn't really know that very much, so I can't speak for them, but I know that
Help
Xana
me with
definitely
the culture there. They're all roommates.
Yeah.
Is it because Bethany and Dylan are underclassmen? Is that why they
No.
are so much?
Bethany and Dylan.
I feel like, well, I mean, Xana was too. And
Yeah, I guess so.
they were all good friends. It's just like everyone kind of like does their thing. Like I know at least at my apartment too, my roommates. Like my friends say I will drink and our other roommates will stay home. It's just like kind of just the vibe, I guess.
Okay. Friends, but yet not.
Yeah, like
tight.
not like attached to the hip. Like I feel Kaylee and Maddie were. But,
they were just roommates. That is something that isn't shocking, but it's still a little ridiculous at the same time. How they tried to act like everyone was actual like best friends in this house. Now, granted, Kaylee and Xana had a history prior to college, apparently, which we didn't. Some people might have known that. The majority of my viewers, from what it seemed like, and my freaking self, did not know that there was a connection between Xana and Kaylee, or that Jack Takor had worked with Jasmine, Xana's sister, before. I didn't know any of that. I knew none of that. So I didn't know that there was a back then history, which, connected a couple of dots to a couple of things. Honestly. So I don't know why certain relationships like that were sort of like hidden away, but it was sort of like a super shock. It was sort of like a super shock. But she's also saying the same thing about Xana that pretty much everyone else has said, that while she used to be known as like this big party girl who was usually like drinking all the time, blah, 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 whatever, it seemed like as soon as since she's been with Ethan, everything calmed down a lot. Like she was still a party girl, is in a way of always wanting to be at the party, always wanted to be around a whole bunch of people, always, the big bubbly one, it seemed like, but she had calmed down on all of her actual party activities. And that just seems to be the consensus all the way around, is that they complemented each other to the point to where she was growing out of that like deep party mode and sort of getting into the point to where she was going to the gym, she was studying, her grades were getting better. A lot of stuff was looking up for her. That seemed to be the majority of what everyone was saying.
When we go into personality behaviors and attitudes, the first question is, describe Kaylee's personality. And this is I've already read this, but in prep for talking to you about what you're saying here is a common thread. I mean, it really is just very, very good person. Yeah. Person that everyone should have as a friend, how about the other people in the house too? How would you describe their personalities? Let's start with Maddie.
I mean, I never really like talked to Maddie a lot, but I know she was really funny and also very outgoing and talkative to other people. She's also really pretty. Her and Kaylee were basically the same. Xana was very outgoing and like very funny as well. She was everywhere. Like literally everyone knew Xana. But
that's true.
I don't know. Got to know them very well. It was kind of. She was like, she scared me. She was very like, she has like the RBF. If you know what that is, resting bitch face. Yes, she has their.
You heard that?
Everywhere, like literally everyone knew Xana, but I don't know. Got to know them very well. It was kind of. She was like, she scared me. She was very.
Dylan scared her. It's It's a D right before it turns off. She's telling the cop that Dylan scared her.
Maddie.
I mean, I never really like talked to Maddie a lot, but I know she was really funny and also very outgoing and talkative to other people. She's also really pretty. Her and Kaylee were basically the same. Xana was very outgoing and like very funny as well. She was everywhere. Like literally everyone knew Xana. But I don't know, I got to know them very well. That was kind of, she scared me. She was very like, she has like the RBF, if you know what that is. Resting bitch face. Yes, she has the RBF, which I was just, I don't know. She seemed nice, but I just never really talked to her.
A little bit socially awkward or just?
Not like socially awkward, just kind of like, I feel like she might have been just a little bit shy and used her RBF as like a protection mechanism in a way. Yeah.
Just a way to keep people maybe at arm's length or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Who were some of her best friends?
Honestly, I don't know. Probably.
Okay.
I think they were pretty close, but
Bethany.
I mean, I wasn't really close with the pilot very much. I was just kind of like Xana. I mean, yeah, I was like friends with Xana, but I don't know, just not them very much.
Right. Okay.
See how it's spelling Xana's name Xana, Z-I-A. Dumb
Ethan,
captions.
What'd you think of? I mean, you mentioned he's kind of outgoing and whatnot, but what do you think of him?
He was really fun. I liked him. He was my.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, he was my first, I guess, because I like have my other ones, but I don't know. I never really hung out with him often unless I like went over there and saw him, or whenever I did see him, I would give him a hug and stuff. But he was really nice. Yeah.
Okay. And when you say what, and forgive me, I wasn't part of it.
No.
I don't know who she's talking about. Ethan should be the only male that they're talking about here, and his name shouldn't be redacted, so I'm kind of confused.
Not them very much.
Right. Okay. And Ethan, what'd you think of?
Oh, okay.
I mean, you mentioned he's kind of outgoing and whatnot, but what do you think of him?
He was really fun. I liked him. He was my.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean,
He was your what? See, if she's saying like Greek little brother or something like that, that's going to be kind of strange because he was Xana's Greek little. So I didn't know that Ethan. I don't know what this is.
But what do you think of him?
He was really fun. I liked
So he
him.
had two bigs then? Or was Xana was, I guess, like no longer his big the next year? Did it change? She explains it. So there was a switch up somewhere then. Because I've always heard that it was Xana. Yeah, it's weird Greek fam stuff. Yeah, weird.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, he was my first, I guess, because I like have my other ones, but I don't know. I never really.
I mean, you probably think that there should be, but I guess there's not.
Hung out with him often unless I like went over there and saw him, or whenever I did see him, I would give him a hug and stuff. But he was really nice. Yeah.
Okay. And when you say what, and forgive me, I wasn't part of it.
No, you're fine.
I was too busy working. I didn't take any student loans, so
yeah,
I was too busy working all the time to
Yeah.
have much of it.
Fancy.
Well, other than having keggers.
Yeah.
But
That's work.
anyway.
Can be work.
Yeah, it was. It was business. I was a business major.
Okay, dude, shut up. My God.
I know that there's like, whether it's a formal organization or informal organization, that it kind of ties the sororities and fraternities together.
Yeah.
Bigs and littles. What is that called?
Wait, what do you mean? It's like.
Well, it's kind of informal because you have all the fraternities.
I feel like everyone's just like, well, if you're in Greek life, it's like a club, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, but is there a name for it?
Like FSL, fraternity and sorority life. I don't know.
Okay. And from what I understand, is sometimes they use apps and other things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
like Greek house and like stuff like that, or what do you mean?
I don't know. You tell me.
I mean, I don't know. Like between everyone.
Yeah. Just communication. Like, hey, we're having a party. Or we're having
I mean, it was like.
That's what I said. I always thought that it was like same sex. Like it had to be sorority big, sorority little, fraternity big, fraternity little. I was never aware that it could cross gender that way. But like a couple other people in the chat said that that's not normal either. So they're just doing shit however they want to, it seems
Group
like.
chats on Snapchat with like our house will have like group chats with like the guys in our in the same PC in like a fraternity or something. But he was younger. He was a year younger than me. And so like
I thought
the
it was
way
freaking
that
weird.
works, like I don't know, I guess if you get along with someone really well, or like a guy or a girl that's like mostly it's like the opposite gender, because in your own sorority or fraternity you get assigned like your own little, I guess. But I just really got along with him one night when I was drunk, and so I was like, "That'll be my little," you know.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
So
you
they
can just
joined,
drunkenly
like, your fam,
ask
your
one.
informal fam.
Okay.
It's weird. It's weird if you weren't.
So
like
your sorority house.
Yes.
And your sisters. That is your fam.
Like, well, not exactly. Like you in your sorority, you like become really close with someone younger than you, I guess, and then they assign you as like their big, which is like their big sister.
Okay.
And
so
then
you kind of get to pick.
Yeah, basically. And then each year, like your fam gets a new addition, but that's like your fam. Like your, it's so weird. It's making me cringe.
Yeah, I'll just like as an example. So if Ethan,
I mean, you have to be hazed / initiated in, like it's like a gang.
then you guys
so weird.
Move up the next year. But now he gets to pick.
I mean, it's less formal than that. It's just kind of like a whatever. Like it's more formal for your sorority, but if you're adding like a guy, like a random frat guy, then it's just like they just are part of the fam, but not really. Like they just get invited to our fam nights and stuff. So things like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you're going to touch on this or not, but you called him your friend.
Yes, he was.
What does that mean?
Well, I just didn't really hang out with like the Sigma Chi's much, and so like I would hardly ever see him, whereas like I have like 2 other littles that we hang out with like all the time. And so whenever I see Ethan, I like over here.
Okay, is that like a standard term that most people?
So there's a nickname that she's calling him, that she's explaining to the police, that she says that when she sees him, instead of calling him by his name, she calls him by this nickname, and they're not allowing us to hear what the nickname is. This is weird.
Like I would hardly ever see him, whereas like I have like 2 other littles that we hang out with like all the time. And so whenever I see Ethan, I like over here.
Okay, is that like a standard term that most people?
Why can we not hear this nickname? That's freaking weird, bro.
No, it's just what I called him. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's cringy, I know.
No, I mean it is.
Let us decide. Let us hear.
Gotcha. Okay. Personal habits. She recently started going to the gym.
Yeah.
Generally, when someone starts going to the gym, it's generally there's something in life they, had an epiphany or something like, geez, I need to get in shape, or
I think she was like in her post-breakup, like glow up. I think she was in that era.
Oh, so this is Kaylee.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I started going to the gym. She loved getting her nails done. I've seen a lot of pictures on, social media type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Attractive young lady, really kind of putting herself out there and other things, which I have a daughter in your age group, that's the norm these days.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything that she was doing in that element that tied into social media, like the gym or anything? Was she trying to get endorsements?
Influencer
No. She was like, no, I really don't think so. She was just I think she just wanted to start working out. She was going to Europe, so I know she was trying to be in shape for that. But.
They just tried to redact Europe, and not only did we hear it perfectly fine, but the captions also caught it. They sure tried, though. Listen to that.
I really don't think so. She was just I think she just wanted to start working out. She was going to Europe, so I know she was.
You heard it?
Be in.
The little mute. They tried. What? Why would you do that? The Goncalves has told us about that on like interview 1, that she was going to be going on a backpacking trip with one of the Jordan girls. There's 2 Jordans. One of the Jordans. Why are we redacting that? Oh my God. I can't stand it. It's horrible. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where was she going in Europe?
I honestly have no idea.
Get a refund. This is horrible.
And her and my other friend Nat, and I think one more.
Nat, look, they did it again, and they redacted it so shitty. Even YouTube's captions picked up it was Nat. Oh my God. See, that's what I mean. I want to be able to be like, okay, so you charged me for all these redactions. Your redactions didn't redact shit because I understood exactly what was saying. So because those redactions failed, you're going to give me back the money for those redaction minutes that I paid for that didn't redact shit. Like, I'm about to start sending them back invoices. I'm not even kidding. They're about to start getting invoices back from me. This is
just trying to
crazy.
Be in shape for that, but
Okay.
yeah.
Where was she going in Europe?
I honestly have no idea. I know her and my other friend Nat, and I think one more of them, they booked a trip to go backpacking.
Which Nat? Okay.
We talked about that at the memorial.
Yeah.
Well. And who was the other friend?
Was it named Jordan?
I don't remember, but I think Jill. I honestly don't. I know there was
one of the Jordans,
more, but
okay.
I don't know. Wait, was there? Honestly, I don't know, but I know they were going to Europe.
Describe any recent positive or negative personal emotional changes. She was always a happy person. A little bit sad about the breakup, maybe. Yeah. Anything else?
Kaylee's income, yeah, that was verified not by well, I mean, it was verified by a couple different things, but it was verified the most in the records where ISP was talking to the car dealership. They talked to the guy that, you know, they originally talked to on the phone. Then they talked to the salesman when they went down there. And then they talked to the guy who ran Kaylee's credit. And he's the one who told them that she was making like, it was like $32 or $3,600 a month, somewhere around there. So yeah, she was making good money.
You ever see her having a outburst?
No.
Just start crying for any reason?
Plus, I'll tell you, my sister, when she was in college, she was like doing hair back and forth while she was in college and stuff like that. And she could afford to go do all kinds of stuff. Like, you can get trips for cheap, and, you know, there's points for your credit cards and all kind of stuff like that too. So it probably sounds super expensive. We know how many people straight out of college go on European backpacking trips. It's almost like a cliche if you want to be serious. Like, it's really like a thing. Like, so many people go on European backpacking trips after college. Yeah, it's almost just like granted that more than half the class is going to do that.
Laughing for any reason?
She was like not like that. She was very normal, very like collected.
Okay. Events prior to Kaylee's death. Couldn't come back to Coeur d'Alene because of the hyper dog. Was Murphy a hyper dog?
Yes.
Okay.
He would jump on you all the time.
Was
his
it-
nails
We just
would
call
go
him a
on, too. It
hyper
was
duck.
Very annoying.
Was he a little skittish?
Yes. He
Okay.
just
Through the
like,
school,
was-
Carla.
He's a spaz.
The school hooks people up with
And from what I understand, that's
internships that are
both
paid.
Jack and Kaylee's dog.
Mhm.
So Jazz Murphy now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not Jazz, but Jack.
Anything with?
You did mention, you asked about social media and things like that. I don't know if you're going to get to this later, but there's a note on here that she recently made a Tinder account.
Yeah, we might as well jump into that. I was going to cover it later, but no, yeah, let's talk about it.
I think, I
That
mean,
part.
I'm not fully sure, but I know we all were friends were encouraging her to do it because again, she was not very like, she didn't talk to guys. Like from what we know, she was very shy.
So help me to understand.
Is this about Kaylee still? I mean, Kaylee was talking to a couple different dudes already. I don't think she needed Tinder. She was talking to guys right there at
Is he
the
a little
college.
skittish?
Yes. He
Okay.
just like he's a spaz.
And from what I understand, that's both Jack and Kaylee's dog.
Mhm.
So Jazz Murphy now.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything with?
You did mention, you asked about social media and things like that. I don't know if you're going to get to this later, but there's a note on here that she recently made a Tinder account.
Yeah, we might as well jump into that. I was going to cover it later, but no, yeah, let's talk about that.
I think, I mean, I'm not fully sure, but I know we all were friends were encouraging her to do it because again, she was not very like, she didn't talk to guys. Like from what we know, she was very shy.
So help me to understand Tinder. Is Tinder a hookup site?
Honestly,
You know
no.
what Tinder
I
is.
feel like it's more of like this is
You know what Tinder is.
terrible to say, but like I feel like it's more of just like a male validation thing.
Oh,
Like I don't think any of my friends who've ever matched with a guy on Tinder have ever actually gone and like met the guy.
serious?
Yes, it's kind of just like they'll match and then it's like you're hot, haha, what's your number? Like what's your snap? Like it's just like liking the attention that you get when you match with someone. Like I don't know, very
What?
weird, but
No, I mean, in a way, it satisfies that psychological need of,
yeah, I
I
don't.
guess.
It's like weird going to meet up with a Tinder guy. Like I feel like after maybe like weeks and weeks of talking, you'll do it, but probably not immediately.
What? What? You only get on it so that you could get attention from a guy that you're never going to go meet in person? That's like the literal opposite of the way that I've always been told that this app works. What is she talking about?
I mean, I'm not fully sure, but I know we all of her friends were encouraging her to do it.
This girl's
because
tripping.
again, she was not very like
This girl's
she
tripping.
didn't talk to guys. Like from what we know, she was very shy.
So help me understand Tinder. Is Tinder a hookup site?
Help me
Honestly,
understand.
no. I feel like it's more of like this is so.
I'm just a guy who
terrible
paid my
to
rent
say,
with
but,
the
like I feel like
tigers.
it's more of just
I
like a
don't
male
understand.
validation thing.
Oh,
Like I don't think any of my friends who've ever matched with a guy on Tinder have ever actually gone and like met the guy.
serious?
Yes, it's kind of just like they'll match and then it's like you're hot, haha, what's your number? Like what's your snap? Like it's just like liking the attention that you get when you match with someone. Like I don't know, very weird, but
No, I mean, in a way, it satisfies that psychological need of,
yeah,
Well,
I
buddy.
I
don't.
guess.
It's like weird going to meet up with a Tinder guy. Like I feel like after maybe like weeks and weeks of talking,
I'm
you'll
glad
do
I'm
it,
not
but
on any apps, bro.
probably not immediately.
So you and others basically convince her, get this Tinder.
I don't know if she ever did, but I
Okay.
know I was telling her to do it. I was like, you should just do it or like a Hinge or something. I don't know.
That's pretty fair. What about any other social media?
I mean, she used Instagram a lot, TikTok recently. She's making her TikToks. She liked doing that.
TikTok was recent for her.
Snapchat was like main form of communication, I would say probably.
Okay.
Facebook a little here and there. I mean, just like the normal social media, I guess.
What about the ones that are outside the
Like
norm? Like OnlyFans, Sugar Daddies, some of these
Yeah,
others. I mean, she's a pretty girl,
yeah.
as are you. I mean,
Thanks.
there
Oh
are people who are
my
making a
God.
lot of money.
She's like too shy for that. I don't
Okay.
think she would have done that.
Okay.
She's also like she wasn't very confident like about her body either. So I think she also started going to the gym because of that. But I don't think she would have done that. I think if anything, maybe like feet pics or something. But
No, and that's
That is what everybody
like
says.
yeah, like feet pics is probably like the weirdest thing, but the easiest, like less invasive, I guess.
people
but-
make money off sharing their
Yes.
pictures.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really weird.
Things have changed a lot since I
Yeah.
was.
Can we file a second-hand harassment complaint? This is the weirdest ass I don't like this conversation. This is awkward. Bit awkward. Okie dokie. Mr. Rager. Calm it down, son.
Why for that? I don't
Okay.
think she would have done that.
Okay.
She's also like she wasn't very confident like about her body either. So I think she also started going to the gym because of that. But I don't think she would have done that. I think if anything, maybe like feet pics or something. But
No, and that's
That is what everybody.
It's just crazy. You see, like this has been mentioned already, like before. Like it's just
Okay.
wild.
she's also like she wasn't very confident like about her body either. So I think she also started going to the gym because of that. But I don't think she would have done that. I think if anything, maybe like feet pics or something. But
No, and that's
That is what everybody
like
says.
yeah, like feet pics
That's what everybody says. You heard the guy in the background. Oh my god, I can't. with
is
this.
probably like the weirdest thing, but the easiest, like less invasive, I guess.
people
but-
make money off sharing
Yes.
their pictures.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really weird.
Things have changed a lot since I
Yeah.
was younger. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, I mean, but kind of legitimate because in a way, if there are these kind of non-mainstream or these pay sites or whatever, that could give us a lead.
Yeah.
There are some people out there that are extremely good at chasing down IP addresses and other things of that nature. Or, if the person running the account forgets to VPN in, and they can follow it back. I mean, just a variety of things. So, do you think there was anything like?
What do you mean there's people out there that are good at following IP addresses? Shouldn't you be saying stuff like, we've got law enforcement that are really good, techs that are really good? Just randomly, there's some people out there that are extremely good. So you're just going to hire some rando to solve this case? That's kind of what you're kind of alluding to there. It's a bit
non-mainstream or these pay sites or whatever, that could give us a lead.
Yeah.
There are some people out there that are extremely good at chasing down IP addresses and other things of that nature. Or, if the person running the account gets to VPN in, and they can follow it back. I mean, just a variety of things. So, do you think there was anything like that at all?
I mean, not that I ever knew about. Probably not.
Any of the other people in the house?
I don't think so. I mean, I hope not.
Okay.
Oh, Sean. Oh, Sean.
Yeah, I just
here,
really
Sean.
can't.
Are you new here, Sean? Like, I'm not being a smart ass. It's a serious question. Are you new, Sean, to the case? Because we know things about the family we shouldn't. We know so much about the family. Our cuppeth overfloweth. So I'm asking a serious question because there's a lot. And if you're new here, holy shit, you're in for a ride. Buckle up, Buttercup. You got a lot to learn.
Other than like feet pics.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can really see.
Okay. Will, anything?
No.
Daily schedule, not sure. Probably very normal. That's a fair response. Obviously, she had a few classes. You said she was working a lot. What kind of work was she doing?
I know she was working from home for, I don't remember what kind of company it was, but it was
called
she was
Extreme
working,
Networks.
I think she was doing like marketing or some sort of like
talking about
accounting thing. I honestly have no idea, but she was working for this one company, and I knew they were gonna move her out somewhere, either to like Boston or Austin. I don't remember which one.
Kaylee was working as an intern for a company called Extreme Networks, and she was moving to Austin to work for them in a full-time position, or is supposed to be starting a full-time position to work for them. But as far as I'm understanding, it was still going to be more of like a work from home position. So I don't know what they needed her to move to Austin for, unless they had a location there that I didn't realize that she was going to be working at a location. But she was working at home for them at this point, and she had sent in a letter to get a permanent position with them, but she was making well over $3,000 a month as a paid intern for Extreme Networks, and it was something that was done through the school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we know she was moving to Austin, right?
Okay, yeah. So it was Austin. Yeah.
Austin, Texas. Great town.
Mm-hmm.
Could that have been where the company was?
Well, I don't know. I think it was just like a company that's like all over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she had a couple of options of places to go, I remember.
Gotcha.
I guess maybe they had a whole bunch of offices.
Recent changes to her schedule, just working from home. Did she make decent money working from home?
Yeah, I know. She definitely did, because she was always buying things.
Yeah.
She just recently got her car. She booked her trip. Like, she started getting her nails done. Like, she was getting paid well.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
What does she do for work?
I don't know what it is, but she does something on a computer.
Okay.
And she was good at it too. That's another thing. She was really good at it. She was getting like shout outs from like the CEO or something.
One of the tips you gave us was about Joy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See, I don't understand fucking weirdos that come in. They have to wait, again, 5 minutes. They have to sit here looking at my face and listening to a voice that they hate and loathe more than the Grinch hates people for 5 whole minutes just to come in here and give me content for my clip channel, because now I get to kick your dumb ass out. No shit, we're looking at the inconsistencies. You stupid idiot. Get out of my shit. Go back to your basement and get a job and help your mama pay some bills, okay? Bye-bye.
Her, but when it comes to closest friends, she and Maddie were very close.
For real. Like, we're watching an
since
interview, you
elementary school.
fucking idiots.
Xana, who's a
You
sorority
are so
sister.
dumb.
How about you? You didn't put yourself down.
I mean, I was like good friends with her, but I wouldn't have considered myself like her best friend. We didn't talk every single day. She was just like one of those friends that you can like talk to for like a couple days and then not talk to them for like a week or two and then talk again, and it's like you just picked up right where you left off.
Gotcha.
And I feel like that's how she kind of was with a lot of other people as well.
How about, give me 3 or 4 people that were kind of in that same category.
I wasn't even talking, bro. That's what I mean. These people are so stupid.
Probably like the King cabin girls that lived like right above them in that brown cabin. They were also all in our sorority, and I feel like they were all like that as well.
What's
like,
it called? King Cabin?
Yeah. It's like our
King what now?
Her best friend. We didn't talk every single day. She was just like one of those friends that you can like talk to for like a couple days and then not talk to them for like a week or two and then talk again, and it's like you just picked up right where you left off.
Gotcha.
And I feel like that's how she kind of was with a lot of other people as well.
How about, give me 3 or 4 people that were kind of in that same category of friendship as you
Probably
mentioned.
like the King cabin girls that live like right above them in that brown.
The King girls. The word cabin threw me off. Okay, Miss Lindy J sent me this list of the King girls. Okay.
And they were also all in our sorority, and I feel like they were all like that as well.
What's
like,
it called? King Cabin?
Yeah. It's like our.
Okay.
And the people that live there now, the one that she booked her with, Joe. Who else?
Okay.
I feel like Sarah and her probably are not super close, but still she lives there, so I don't know.
Yeah, I've never heard of it called the King Cabin Girls, but there's even a police report where they are doing like searches for King Street Girls, King Road Girls, King Girls with a Z, without a Z, like with an S or a Z, like interchanging it. Because that was like a group of girls that Kaylee was friends with. We've talked about them before. We just haven't really gotten too many details with it.
Okay. Don't know of any changes to her kind of circle of friends recently. Any additions to her circle of friends?
Well, like her new roommates, I say new because she lived with 4, and then she moved out and moved in with Pi, which was different because obviously we don't really hang out with the Pi very much, and so I would say that her moving in there kind of like made her become closer with them.
Was Maddie part of that reasoning, since she and Maddie were so close?
Yeah, I know she really wanted to live with Maddie her senior year, and so that was a big reason why she moved in with her.
Okay.
Plus, what we found out with the Jack interviews is that even though he didn't want Murphy, he told Kaylee no, that he didn't want to get the dog. She got Murphy anyway, obviously. And he said he was doing her a favor by allowing Murphy to be at his house so much more than with her at her apartment at the Whites at the time, because there was a no pet policy at those apartments. So I'm pretty sure not just Maddie living at 1122, but also the fact that it's under the same ruling, under the same ownership management company as Jack's house. It's under Team Idaho, so it would have the same pet rules. That probably had a lot to do with it too.
Never discussed any fears, discomforts,
Not really, no.
conflict with anyone?
Mm-mm.
Oh, thank you for the $4.99, Kim. You should contact EWU and all your details for FOIA stuff. All of y'all, Connor, Accomplished Day, etc., should pile on with them. I mean, I've thought about emailing them. I probably should because, I mean, unless they're watching what other people are FOIAing, because I know that they have to be, right? Like, there's no way that they are a media company that are out on YouTube and they're not out here seeing what's also on YouTube, especially since they're also trying to get body cam for their channel. And like just what we saw in what they filed, you know, what we sort of went over right before the hearing, they've gone in and they've talked about very specific things. I would love to see receipts to make sure they actually pay the duplication fees for those. Or do they just go to Connor's channel and see all of the redactions and make a list willy-nilly off of that? You know what I mean? So I would like to see some of their receipts, but I also would really like the real issues at hand here to be brought in front of the courtroom, because Megan Marshall ain't seeing shit. Like, whatever EWU is talking about is nothing. That's nothing. There's even stuff on there where I'm like, well, that's understandable. The reason why they don't have it, because it doesn't belong to them. It's over there at the other place. Like the Buddy the Dog stuff, Latah County, okay? Anything with the traffic stop, Latah County, if it belongs to WSU, yeah, I understand. Moscow Police is technically the lead agency, but there's a lot of information with Pullman and WSU that wasn't even bothered to be sent over. That's just details in itself. There's just all kinds of different things. And the stuff that we've read so far and the stuff that they've talked about, while the girl that is working the case, that's the lawyer for EWU, is making really, really good arguments, they really don't know shit about what's been happening with these damn redactions. They don't. It's obvious. They've got baby problems compared to what we've out here been dealing with. For real. So I've thought about it. We'll see. Well, I probably should. I just don't. I'm not happy with what I'm hearing right now in way of them producing proof of what they paid for. And I don't want to attach myself to something that doesn't have legs for nothing. I don't know. I wish they would have produced more proof of the stuff that they actually did handle, because right now all we're seeing is a lot of, oh, these are the redactions for things, but it's all stuff that Connor already had. Just like with Netflix, it's all Connor's footage. So you can't really argue that kind of stuff to me unless you can prove that you did what? Pay the duplication fee? Well, if you paid a $30 duplication fee, then you don't have any complaints because you're not paying the redaction fee. You weren't charged the hundreds and hundreds, if not sometimes thousands of dollars to redact it. You're paying the $30 after the fact. We paid over $1,500 for all of the King Road footage. Anybody else wants that file, it's $30 for the whole thing. So if that's all that they're doing is paying the $30 duplication fee, do they have a leg to stand on? I don't know. Not as big of a leg as we do. That's for sure. I wish there was like an attorney that would represent everyone on YouTube that has filed FOIAs against the Moscow Police Department. Or if EWU was smart, they would have reached out to me, Truth and Transparency, Connor, Christie's Chaos, anyone that they saw that actually filed FOIAs and posted FOIA information on the internet. They should have reached out to us on their own, especially when they see the extent of the files that we have. They see it. They're on YouTube. There's no way they don't. They should have done their own due diligence before this and reached out to us for our information so that it could have been included in everything in the first place. In my opinion, there's no way that they don't have access or don't know what all is out here. So that was kind of a stupid move on their part. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what good it'll do, but we'll see.
Not contagious. I'm actually much better than I was last week.
You're fine.
Romantic relationships. Anyone else?
Not that she ever told me.
She ever go to the bar and just have a hookup?
No.
Anything like that? Not that you know of?
No, she was very like, she would go out with her friends and stay with her friends. Like she wasn't that girl that was like going around talking to every guy and like trying to find someone, you know, she was very to herself. I guess it makes sense to me.
Who is this about? I didn't hear the name that they switched to.
With anyone?
Why she moved in with her.
Since she and Maddie were so close.
Yeah. I know she really wanted to live with Maddie her senior year, and so that was a big reason why she moved in with her.
Okay. Never discussed any fears, discomforts?
Not really, no.
Conflict with anyone? Not contagious. I'm actually much better than I was last week.
You're fine.
Romantic relationships. Put Jack.
Jack Mason is still Kaylee.
Not that she ever told me.
Did she ever go to the bar and just have a hookup?
No.
Anything like that? Not that you know of?
No, she was very like, she would go out with her friends and stay with her friends.
Someone else in another interview said that she had done that before, which whatever, to each their own. But not every friend is going to know that about the person. You know what I mean? So while she's saying no, other friends have said yes. So that's important.
It's like she wasn't that girl that was like going around talking to every guy and like trying to find someone, you know, she was very to herself. I guess it makes sense to me because she was dating Jack for so long, and so like it's hard to get out of that, I guess. I don't know.
That's a good way to put it. Anything?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know.
Her reputation.
I don't. I feel like we maybe read a report. I'll have to go back and check.
Very unproblematic.
Yes.
Unconfrontational, known for being kind, and a fun person. Very consistent, by the way, with what other people have told me. So I don't think I have anything more on that. Her interaction with strangers. This is a good one. Outgoing, even though she's a little slightly shy or unsure. To me, it's a hypothetical, but maybe you've seen it. If a stranger just walked up to her on the street, let's say she's going to her favorite food truck or favorite coffee shop, and a stranger walks up to her and starts talking to her, how would she respond?
Well, it depends on like what they were saying. Like if they were like, hey, do you know where this is? She'd probably be really nice about it.
A loaded question.
Right over there. Like, I don't know. But if they were like, went up to her and were weird and like creepy and were trying to like hit on her, she'd probably be like, oh, like, please stop. Like, yeah, go away. Kind of like, but never like rude. She was never like a get away from me, like kind of girl.
So she wouldn't do a hard rejection. She'd do more of a soft.
Yeah, like a, oh, thanks. But like,
yeah, that really all depends. Like, it depends on what the person, like, what their like aura is when they come up to me, because usually you get like an energy of what someone's intentions are as they're like coming up to you and what they have to say. And if they're not being assholes, why would she be assholes to them? And if they're being like, if they're saying something creepy, then yeah, it would definitely change the way that you react to it. So it is sort of like a loaded question. But then again, not really, because some people just like won't deal with anybody no matter what. They won't even give them a chance to like even explain what it is that they're wanting. So, I mean, loaded question, but still at the same time, it's all, you know, it all depends.
I might have a boyfriend or something. Like she would never just be like a bitch, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
That's fair. I was laughing at the way you put it. It's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what's sad, given what we know now? One of the very first questions is about Kaylee's family. So the only information, because of what we know with Steve, that how he wouldn't allow the cops to interview any of them when it came to Kaylee's victimology, which is interesting too. Side note, when it came to the interview that Cyray did with them, with Enton, was it with Enton? Yeah, with Enton, the victimology stuff was brought up, and Cyray basically was like, calling Steve out on his excuse, which is super important and something that we do need to talk about separately, because Steve, as we know, would not let the police do any sort of victimology interviews on the family to get more information on Kaylee. And it's like simple stuff. Again, favorite foods to favorite locations where they would go get that food, favorite places to hang out, favorite bars to go to, who's their actual best friend. Like, they get all these different stories, try to piece together what someone's life looks like. So everything that the police have in way of Kaylee's family, it's all coming from friends, because the family refused to speak to the police. Given the fact that the Goncalveses refused, see, this is something, honestly, if I was in this EWU lawsuit, I would bring this up. Like, this is how detailed I think my argument would be. If we have it on court record and we have it in interviews, Steve Goncalves claiming that he refused to cooperate with the police, then none of their information in these interviews should be redacted. It should be all public information, no matter what. I mean, obviously, get rid of, birth dates or whatever, when it comes to that kind of stuff. But for us to not hear what they have to say about the Goncalves family, and they refuse to cooperate, they refuse to be interviewed. They told the officers they weren't going to do it. And Cyray's like, yeah, you having your daughter's victimology stuff done wouldn't have affected a damn thing, but go off. Basically, they shouldn't be allowed to redact his information. The very first 3 minutes of this is completely redacted about Kaylee's family. That's bullshit. We should be able to hear that, especially since we have in the reports already that it was a strained relationship. Why can't we go ahead and hear the truth? It's so stupid. It's so stupid. What are we protecting? Dumb.
Yeah. You think it was a tech or a marketing company? Not 100% sure that she was working with. Unsure if she had OnlyFans or sugar babies or anything else. She worked for a coffee shop, pardon me, in Coeur d'Alene.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember which coffee shop it was?
I know she worked at Dutch for a little bit, but then she started working for a smaller one.
Yeah, she worked at Dutch Bros for a while, and the other one, I think it starts with a J, either a J or an F. There's an episode that Steve Goncalves did where he's driving around in the Range Rover, and they go by the coffee shop, the smaller company coffee shop that Kaylee worked at. I can't remember the name off the top of my head right now.
What was that? I couldn't.
I don't remember what it was. I'm not from Coeur d'Alene.
Okay, so I live in Coeur d'Alene,
Mm-hmm.
and so I was just curious if you knew which coffee shop it was. We have like Jitters, Anchor.
That's it. Jitters. That's the one in the episode. It's on YouTube. We've watched it or talked about it. It might have been before I was doing live reaction stuff, but it's the one where basically he's saying that Kohberger killed Maddie and Kaylee because he was jealous of their life. Because he goes back and forth on who the target is, and he's come out and said all kinds of crazy shit, from it being, nothing to do with Kaylee, and now everything's about Maddie because, Kaylee wasn't even supposed to be there whenever blah, blah, blah. That's what they're saying now on the Today Show, basically, in all these new interviews. Kohberger was doing all this stuff to go after Maddie. Kaylee wasn't even there. He was doing all this stuff while Kaylee was up here with us. That's what they're going on now. And before that, it was all about trying to blame Xana, saying, to the others, well, if your daughter was doing something, you just need to let us know. They didn't have to go upstairs. And then, of course, when he gets him the most attention, Kohberger was jealous and killed them because he was jealous of their life. Steve has not shut up or stayed consistent. It's actually ridiculous. But it's that episode where he's driving around the Range Rover where they do something. They go by Jitters, him and the lady that he's doing the interview with in her Range Rover. They go by Jitters and drop something off or pick something up. I don't remember what it was.
I know she worked at Dutch for a little bit, but then she started working for a smaller one. But I don't remember what it was.
What was that? I couldn't.
I don't remember what it was. I'm not from Coeur d'Alene.
Okay, so I live in Coeur d'Alene,
Mm-hmm.
and so I was just curious if you knew which coffee shop it was. We have like Jitters, Anchored,
I think
Daybreak.
she probably has it on her Instagram. Like in one, I remember I was looking, and it's probably in one of her Instagram.
There is a
highlights
picture
that
of her inside of a coffee shop. I just don't know if it's Jitters
I
or
probably
Dutch
have.
Bros.
I've probably met her without even knowing it.
Yeah.
Because I frequent the coffee stands.
Not aware of any time spent on other campuses or with anyone else. Now, WSU is so close by. Do you have a sister sorority over at WSU? I mean,
Yeah.
was there mutual events and things of that? No.
No.
Interesting. No mutual events at WSU for the sororities, but Cy Ray is out here saying that there was some sort of party on August 28th that was sorority related, that where the girls went over to Pullman, and that's where he says he can see the first collision between Kohberger's phone and Maddie's. Interesting.
TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat. So forgive me because I know nothing of Snapchat.
Huh.
You do.
I do.
You're on Snapchat.
I am.
Let's talk about Snapchat. Common way of communicating. How?
I mean, there's like the chat part where you like text on the chat, and then there's like you can send a picture with a chat, and then it sends to them.
Okay.
I don't think
So
I've
it's
ever
like
even had a
texting.
Snapchat.
Mhm. Yeah,
Like through an
basically. Yeah.
I
And
mean,
then,
because
like,
I can send a message, text, or I can send a picture with text.
Yeah, but it like will delete after like 24 hours or something.
Okay.
You can like set it to what you want it to be.
Okay.
Do you remember what your group settings are, or
With
what?
with me and Kaylee.
Well, with you and Kaylee, and then you said you had group chats.
Yeah.
Like within
Well,
the group.
I was never in a group chat with her because she was a different pledge class than I was.
Right.
But normally like 24 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any saved messages?
With Kaylee?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you have
And
an
those are
option
the
to
ones that,
save
like,
them?
You tapped on them and you saved them.
Or she might have, I don't know. I feel like I definitely do.
I didn't know you have the option
I
to
don't know
save
if
it.
that's something you'd want to see or
It
look at.
is,
Do
yeah.
you guys need to see them?
If that's okay
I
with
mean,
you,
yeah, that's fine.
then yeah, maybe when we get done, or we could do it right now. Just take
And
a look at them.
yeah, and I can certainly give you my card too and have you attach them to the email. Can you do that?
So what she can do is she can show you them, and then I can either take pictures of them with my phone.
I feel like a lot of them are kind of just like me making appointments for getting her lashes. Actually, I mean.
Do you do her?
Yeah.
So you actually are the one that does her.
Yes.
Okay.
What the? Oh my god! I'm dying. I'm dying. Why am I dying, guys? Put in the chat why I'm dying and overreacting right now. Did y'all hear what they just did? Did y'all hear what they just did? I'm gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait. Redacting the word lash. Redacting the word lashes. What the frick? Why are we doing that? Why are we redacting the word lashes? It just said it caught it in the caption, and then they redact it twice.
Take pictures of them with my phone.
I feel like a lot of them are kind of just like me making appointments for
yeah, that's what I was just doing.
Actually, I mean.
Do you do her?
Yeah.
So you actually are the one that does her.
Yes.
So she can say making appointments for her lashes, but the cops can't say the word lashes? What the hell?
Attach them to the email.
Connor, get a refund.
So what she can do is she can show you them, and then I can either take pictures of them with my phone.
I feel like a lot of them are kind of just like me making appointments for getting her lashes. Actually, I mean.
Getting her lashes. So she can say that whole word?
You do her.
Yeah.
So you actually are the one that does her.
Yes.
Okay. So.
I already know what I'm looking at. So all you, buddy.
Okay. So yeah. So all these are saved messages. So like.
And see, honestly, like we already know she was talking to Mason. We already know the situation with Jack. There's nothing really that was said here. I bet that we don't know. Wild.
Like she said, if Kaylee messages her on Snapchat for an appointment, if she doesn't save it,
It'll
we'll
just
put it in a
delete
calendar and
after,
she'll
like,
delete it. She
yeah.
won't remember what the date is.
Oh, gotcha.
So she has to save it.
Lashes. Oh my God.
And then, oh yeah, so this starts in, so up here's the date. I don't know if you can see it.
Right, it's a body part.
What's that? Yeah.
It's a body part.
When's your birthday?
Yeah.
Okay. Where was she at when you were on your birthday? Because you said you wish you were here.
Remember?
It's giving everybody
I feel
the
like she
grief.
might have been in Coeur d'Alene.
Now
or
this is
something.
last year,
Yeah,
so-
I literally have no idea.
Are these in chronological order from oldest to newest?
So they are, but any messages in between these that are not
Someone's
saved.
talking in the background.
Yeah. Because you didn't say it.
So like this one, it says for when and what kind of fill I can tomorrow after 12:30. We don't know what Kaylee asked her.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. That makes sense.
Jeez.
Are you dating anybody right now?
Get over that. Why is that your business? This is not about her. Oh my God. Inappropriate. Objection. What is happening?
Yeah.
I got you.
No, bro.
That makes sense.
So freaking weird.
Are you dating anybody right now?
Mm-hmm.
Why? These interviews are so weird. He's got to be, right? Mrs. Snapchat. He's got to be asking for personal reasons. Oh my God, and it's long. Girl. Oh my God. Why are we having such an in-depth conversation about her romantic life? Guys. Oh my God, that's such a long time. Why are we having this conversation? Gotta be, bro. This is so weird. I don't like this. This whole interview is so creepy.
How long have you lived in?
Old man Kegger over there, and now Mr. Snapchat. Like, this poor girl needs to file a harassment claim. This is odd.
How long have you lived in your apartment?
This is so bad. Oh my God. More redactions. This is cray cray.
Do you know who she used to babysit for?
Speaking of, Outcast on his, not his Outcast podcast channel, but his Outcast channel, has an interview from the coach named Tyler Yelk, who's one of the people that was part of the U of I employee group where the girls would babysit for them. It's been on the list for a while to listen to, but it's there.
She used to babysit for this one random family in Moscow. I'm actually, I don't know, one of them's, I'm pretty sure it was a, I could probably like look through like our Facebook, our like Facebook, because I know people will constantly post on there about like taking over for that.
Sure. Do you know if that professor was male, female? Don't know.
I don't know.
Okay. Is it? I mean, you said you could probably look through your Facebook and figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have. We don't have to.
I mean, I feel like I probably could.
Okay. She said she had to babysit on Tuesday, and this was on April 25th. I have to go back and see what day of the week that was.
I mean, she's only mad because she's caught. She's only mad because she's caught. Which is insane. Like, girl, it's just going to look worse on you if you continue doing what you're doing. Because at the end of the day, like, it's already been made known. She's not talking to her. No one's talking to her. There's nobody raising anything. If she wants to double down for some freaking weird reason, which a lot of psychopaths do that, let her. She's burying herself deeper. That's all I can say. Crazy ass people.
Interview at 3:30 on May 3rd. Okay. Yeah, so
that's crazy. Well, I'll tell you now. Melissa's seen everything. I even sent Melissa the screenshot where she's saying that she's been in contact with a contact that was authorized by Bryan. And Melissa's like, what? No, it's all no. No, girl's crazy. Phoenix is crazy. You crazy girl. There ain't no bodies under that table. Stop trying to take people's money. You're crazy.
Anything need to be collected?
What's that?
Anything need to be?
I mean, no, not. The only thing I would be curious about is I didn't know she was a babysitter. So
Right. So, yeah, please try to find that. You can either email me. Email is actually really good.
You should. I think I know who would. You should write down. Is she nannied for them for like a year?
That's the one I think. The Tyler Yelk football coach is, I think, the one where she nannied for them for a year. I'm pretty positive. Is that the one? See, I haven't listened to the interview yet.
4 girls.
So there's text messages between the football coach and Kaylee that the wife got upset about? Yeah, we're going to have to listen to that one pretty soon here.
In our sorority that did it.
Phoenix Talks. Okay, so let me clear it up. Phoenix Talks is a YouTube channel. You might know her from Birdie's. She used to go over to Birdie's channel. I don't know what happened with that. But she's been claiming that she's been talking to somebody. She's been claiming for over a year now that she's been talking to the family. I have those screenshots too. I was sent where she placed in the comment that she's been speaking to the family for over a year. Then in my comment section, when I called her out after talking to Melissa Kohberger about it, because you guys probably know by now, in case you don't, Melissa Kohberger reached out to me some months ago, and I was just now, over the past week or so after Bryan filed his post-conviction relief, able to publicly tell people that we have been in contact, because her and her mother and the whole family wanted me to go ahead and put the statement out there that they fully believe in Bryan's innocence, the entire family. Because of that, I stated when I made that known, not to just go willy-nilly donating to people that are claiming that they're raising money for anything related to this situation, because now that we have a direct connection to the family, we can properly vet those things for accuracy and authenticity, okay? Instantly, someone who has already tried this before, someone who's been talking like this before, someone who I've already mentioned this about before, a channel again named Phoenix Talks, like a Phoenix Talks, is claiming again that she has been in contact with them and that she is raising money for them and all this other bullshit. And it's not true. It's not true. I verified, and it's not true. Melissa reaching out to other content creators, like whatever the freaking character analysis weirdo chick is trying to say too, is not true either. I'm the first and only person Melissa herself has ever contacted, and there's no authorized people that Bryan authorized for authorization of contact, blah, 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 whatever the frick that lady's trying to say. None of that's real. So if she's still out there trying to get people to donate money, she's scamming you. There's really no way around it. And it's not defamation or whatever the hell the little weirdo is going to try to say. The family themselves are telling me, no connection. No, she's not raising money for us. Who are these people? What the hell is happening? That's their response to this. I'm going to believe the family over some YouTuber who had people thinking that the cops were hiding a body under the ping pong table in the living room, okay? So she wants to double down on it. She's digging her own hole because she's going to end up doing something real stupid. And she's going to end up going to jail for fraud. I mean, what other options are there if she continues and people donate to her and she has no connection to them? Like, it's crazy that she's continuing. But like I said, she's digging her own hole. She's digging her own hole. It's already been said. I showed the messages. I showed the proof. Not a nothing Zippo. And now Melissa and her mother and her father, which, by the way, keep their father Michael in y'all's thoughts, please. She just told me earlier today that he was in the hospital not long ago having some more issues with his heart, and we know that he didn't get to go to sentencing, and that Melissa had to stay back with him because he was having really bad heart issues, and it was really good for a while, but I guess he just had like a moment. She probably didn't even want me saying anything. She didn't say for me not to say anything. It was just something that's on my mind right now, and I know that like it's been a thing that people have been questioning because they knew that about the sentencing, and this is a lot of stress, and they are a lot older than the other parents in this thing. And I mean, I know it's not the same thing. This is the suspect's family, and that's the victim's families, and people look at it differently. I don't. They're a lot older, a lot more fragile, in my opinion, than, some of the other parents here. So that was sad to hear because last I had heard he was doing a lot better. So yeah, just keep him in your thoughts because this stuff's been really stressful. Stuff's been real stressful for them, which is another reason why they don't need this bullshit. Okay, that's my whole other thing with it, which is what I told her. I was like, I hope you understand that my intentions for even bothering you with this shit, which is so unnecessary, is because right now, just in general, the last thing that the Kohbergers need is for their name to be attached to something that could end up being fraudulent and a big issue. People losing money, like anything negative. They don't need it. So again, if this person really gives a shit like she's trying to pretend she does, then she would stop whatever she's doing because the family is now aware, have said, no, we have no connection to this person. We are not having anybody raise money for anything. No. If she continues and it just causes more stress because she's not going to stop, well, then that tells you everything you need to know. Okay? Okay. So let's go ahead and finish this.
So right. So yeah, please try to find that. You can either email me. Email is actually really good.
You should. I think I know who. You should write down. She nannied for them for like a year.
She's also not honest, and that's why she took off.
There's like 4 girls in our sorority that did it for those people.
Okay. And it's a family, like husband, wife, and one of the parents is a...
I'm pretty sure, yes.
Okay.
I have no idea. Like I said, when he filed the post-conviction relief stuff and the transaction stuff came out, because it's public record, along with his filing, it's in the Google Share Drive. I didn't produce any of the names on the channel when we went over it, but Marianne's, because that's his mom. Like, that's his mom. But all the rest of the names, I don't recognize any of them. I don't know if they're people that he actually knows, or if they're random people that are donating money to his commissary. I have no clue. I honestly have no idea. I have no clue at all. No idea.
I mean, the only thing I would document is the babysit thing, and then she has the one long text message that just kind of shows that she's a kind, caring person. If you want it.
Okay, good. But if that name, if you get the name,
yeah, I can look into that.
That'd be great.
While we're on the topic of Snap, do you have any snaps with like Maddie or Xana or Ethan?
I can look. One sec.
Because obviously, I mean, we try to gain as much information from stuff as we can, but sometimes when there's a person on the other end of the snap, right, it's a bit easier.
Well, I only met Xana. It's literally just like pictures of us and then like name of a face wash.
Those are the only
like these are the only like saved things in our chat.
Okay.
What's your cell phone? Thank you.
Who's the guy in this picture?
I wish we knew who she was showing them. Oh, it's a long one. What's the name that she tried to, let's see if we can hear the consonant.
These are the only like saved things in our chat.
Okay.
What's your cell phone? Thank you.
Who's the guy in this picture?
I don't know. I wonder who it is. Mm-hmm. She was telling people that they were blurring out a body underneath the pong table in the living room. Girl.
Right. This is back in June.
A long time ago, yeah.
Who is it?
I can check for like Ethan. I'm pretty sure is the only other one I would have anything, but
So you wouldn't have anything with like
no.
Maddie or
I don't have anything with
Dylan.
And
then
I don't. Yeah, no, I don't even have them like on social media. I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, current situation. You wrote down that, Kaylee's a pretty girl. This is what I think is interesting. Is maybe someone felt rejected. Help me understand that.
I mean, like Jack?
I mean, I don't know. I just like am. Wait, what part is that? Oh, about something that could have contributed? Yes. Honestly, I don't know. I'm like, I'll go into like holes on like the news or like TikTok and stuff because it just always pops up on all my social media. And so just like random like conspiracy theories, I guess, are like flooding my brain. And so I don't know. It's just literally what I see on social media.
I generally start off with this, and I don't know why I didn't tonight, other than the fact that I think we're all exhausted. But
we are tired.
Well, I'll tell you something, Bree-san, or let me call you Bree. If you really want to get a good idea about what's happening here, like for real, I appreciate you being here. I really do. I love that you're over here. But if you really want to just soak in what's happening, I would suggest going over to Connor's channel and listening to the interviews. Like without commentary. Maybe not these because, there's a lot of these more like friend ones. But for sure when it comes to the Dylan and Bethany interviews, you do yourself a lot of good to go over there and listen to that stuff. And Hunter Johnson and all of those from the 13th. And then the rest of them from Dylan and Bethany and Jack Decor, the ex-boyfriend. There's several interviews about him too that are out here. Connor has some. We did 2 here that are really, really long. Accomplished Day just did a few. I would just really highly suggest the channels that you see popping up in my Nightbot recommendations. You're going to see Accomplished Day. You're going to see Sarah. You're going to see Connor. I would really, really, really recommend going over there and just binging the shit out of everything because it's no commentary. I talk a lot of shit. I talk a lot of shit. People are really here for me to talk a lot of shit. I talk a lot of shit. But we're also fact checkers to the max, which is another reason why we constantly stop and talk about things because we've heard so much, okay? I would just really recommend going and jumping in straight into the raw files. The raw files. Just let them play as you're going about your day. You're going to be really shocked at the stuff you hear. Amber Vance for the timeline. If you want a verbal timeline of everything, she put another video out today. She's going in, and I mean like by minute, where people were together at games, at parties, when they separated, who texted who, this. There's a lot. There's a lot. We've been over here doing a shit ton of work compared to Netflix. I promise you that. And by the way, in case you didn't know, the footage in Netflix that they say is never before seen footage where you see the officers talking to each other, that stuff's been out here on YouTube since like December over on Connor's channel. The actual footage that you're seeing is either going to be Shane Gunderson's footage or it's going to be Officer Corbin Smith's footage. There's a couple pieces of Officer Warner's footage in there, but the majority of it seems to be Corbin Smith's, which we just happened to be going over this past Monday. So if you want to see all the body cam and hear exactly what's happening, I would definitely recommend going over to Connor's channel. Definitely recommend it. I'll grab the link here in just a second, but it should pop up. I have the channels that post FOIA stuff that they should pop up here, but I'll go grab it real quick.
One of the things when you're interviewed by police, we wish we could share a lot of information with you. We can't, because we can't change your knowledge, right? Because then if you
sure
call
leave
to
them
the
a lot
stand
though.
to testify,
and
you're asked, how did you learn this? And you look over at Will and you point out and say, well, that guy right there, Will Adams, he's a detective. He told me all about this. Your testimony is gone.
Oh, and in case you don't know, new people, when it comes to the 1112 King Road footage, like the SV1 angle of the car, we paid for like 12 hours of that footage. So we have before the murders, right after the murders, and right before the 911 call, while the 911 call is happening, as the cops are coming in. We have a lot of that raw files. Also, there's a Google shared drive. We're a plethora, bro. Okay. There's a Google shared drive in the description box where everything from chronologically organized forensic reports, redacted and unredacted versions, court records, FOIA stuff from Pennsylvania, stuff from WSU, Pullman, pretty much everywhere, Google Share Drive for factual information. There's a lot. Netflix is not honest. The two cops that talk to Netflix are not honest. It's disgusting the way this stuff's being handled.
Can't, because we can't change your knowledge, right? Because
here's
then
Connor's channel.
If you get called to the stand to testify,
and
you're asked, how did you learn this? And you look over at Will and you point out and say, well, that guy right there, Will Adams, he's a detective. He told me all about this. Your testimony is gone, and that could make all the difference between a conviction and the suspect being free. So our job as investigators is to extract your knowledge and not add to it.
None of them.
Just kind of FYI, I generally preface the course of the interview with that, and I apologize for not doing that. So as we're going through this and we're asking questions and we aren't giving you much in return, that's the reason why.
Yeah, that's fine.
Who would she reject if it was someone that she rejected, and how or why would this person, and I know it's kind of hypothetical, but how or why would this person go to such an extreme as take her life and the life of 3 other roommates?
I don't know. Whoever did this is probably like a psychopath or like just crazy person. But I don't know. I can't. It's just like hard to think about, first of all.
I mean, Jack was getting rejected from Kaylee constantly. He was already in a really bad, depressed state. We know that he had contacted the school about his mental health before the crimes took place. There's even a report later on I think it was in 2023 or 2024, where Brett Payne reached out to Jack and checked on his mental health to see if he'd followed up with any counseling or anything like that. So we know that while, people were acting like, oh yeah, their breakup was just fine and they were on good terms, Jack was a depressed mess. And let's be serious. If you think about the story that he told us, okay, he gets off work. Well, let's backtrack. Friday is when Kaylee gets into town, okay? Apparently, as soon as, and we haven't seen these, but according to what Jack said in his interview, when Kaylee gets into town on Friday, she says he could go ahead and come over. I guess because Murphy. He's at work, so he says, I can't right now, I'm at work. He gets off work and says that he's off work and he wanted to go ahead and come over, and she says, no, it's not a good time. So then he says he calls her. Well, we don't know what they had a conversation about, but it was probably an argument. If she even answered the phone, I don't remember. But Friday was the formal where she went with Dylan, and then they had like a little party thing at the house on Friday. So Jack also said that he was never invited to any of the parties. The whole time Kaylee had lived there, he'd never been invited to any of the parties. So he couldn't answer them when it came to like what the party dynamic was there, because he never was invited to that stuff, right? So then you guys know how for the longest time Steve Goncalves has been saying that some of the messages between Kaylee and Jack and the 2-something o'clock, all those missed calls and the text messages, that it was something about how, about Murphy. Oh, we have a dog together, blah, blah, blah. Apparently that, according to Jack, was messages in a conversation that was happening around the 4 o'clock hour while Kaylee was still at the Whites, or like right before the 4 o'clock hour when she was still over at the Whites party. And he was at work while this conversation was going on. So then his story is that Adam, who's working at Corner Club, is asking for somebody to come and like bring him his Alfredo that he has left at the house. And instead, Jack's like, I'll bring you a pizza from the place where he works. So he goes to bring Jack a pizza, and then he goes home and he gets dressed and he goes straight to the Corner Club. According to the timeline that I have seen, I mean, the one that like where all the times are put together, and listening to Jack and going through everything I have written down, Jack would have been going to bring Adam that pizza after Kaylee and Maddie were already at the Corner Club. So I can pretty much bet you one thing. If he would have walked into the Corner Club and not known that Kaylee and Maddie were there, I bet you he wouldn't have gone. But I bet you he walked in to bring Adam that pizza, and either he saw Kaylee there, or Adam said, Kaylee's here, and pointed over to where she was at the bar, and Jack decided last minute to go to the club. Because never once in any of his interviews does it say that she told him where she was going. Not once. Nor does he mention that he had plans already after work to go to the club. Not once. So as soon as he said all that stuff in his interviews, I was like, okay, I can pretty much bet you that you were only there to see what she was doing. And then he says he doesn't remember Maddie being there. He said he didn't see Maddie there the whole time he was there, which how can you not? You open your arms like this and you touching each wall. There ain't no way you didn't see Maddie there. But this is after the screenshot comes out that we think it's Jack talking to Kaylee and Maddie. But with him sitting there being like, yeah, I didn't see Maddie there. Who's the guy they were talking to? Because when you go into the reports, the cops don't know who that guy is. If you pull up the report, I think it's report number 15 or some shit like that. November, or at least it was on November 15th. Maybe that's what it was. If you go into the reports where they went to the Corner Club and they were looking at the footage, they have a section where they talk about Jack and Kaylee speaking for literally 1 minute the entire time. And then there's a separate section that says something about the guy that Kaylee and Maddie are talking to and how they don't recognize who he is. They don't know who he is. Jack was being rejected by Kaylee. Kaylee also, while she was at the Whites party, was trying to get back with Mason Barstow. For some reason, while the week that she was out of town, she just abruptly apparently stopped talking to him. So he started making plans with another chick, and he had plans with another girl that night. But she was actively, within 12 hours of passing away, was trying to get back with Mason Barstow and start talking with him again. Wanted him to break his plans with the other girl to go and hang out with her that night. That's why after we found that out, there's no doubt in my mind that the Goncalveses are lying about the whole Adam thing, because they came out in interviews that they were doing before Kohberger was arrested talking about how, oh, that was about Kaylee wanting to get back with Jack. No, it wasn't. No, that F and F it wasn't. So then you have to wonder even more now what was said to Adam. Because we also know that Jack Ducour got home 1 minute after Kaylee and Maddie got home. And then within 30 minutes, there's a phone call happening, and it's a 17-minute phone call, and we're being lied to about it. And he's worried that there might be audio recorded somewhere of this 17-minute phone call before all the frantic back-to-back phone calls start. And we know that at this point, that Murphy's just gone. We hear in the camera footage where they find him. We can hear them calling his name when they finally see him. We see a car come in, take off. We see what's probably happening here. All very strange. Jack was being rejected by Kaylee. Jack is your answer to that question.
If it was someone that she rejected, and how or why would this person, and I know it's kind of hypothetical, but how or why would this person go to such an extreme as take her life and the life of 3 other roommates?
I don't know. Whoever did this is probably like a psychopath or like just crazy person. But I don't know. I can't, it's just like hard to think about, first of all. But I don't know. I just don't know. I don't think she would have ever done anything so brutal to the point where she would need to be murdered. Like, that's.
I mean, for somebody who is an insensitive, insecure psychopath, it doesn't take anything. They could just wear their hair away that the person doesn't like anymore and they snap. It's not ever really about what the other person did in these situations.
Just, yeah, makes me like literally want to throw up.
Have you ever have you guys ever been out and a guy will make an advance and she shuts him down?
I mean, no, not really. Like, everyone honestly knows her as like Jack. So like a lot of people kind of don't bother to do that because they.
As Jack's ex, as Jack's girlfriend, everyone knew Kaylee as Jack's chick. Maybe that's another reason why she wanted to get the hell up out of there, because she was finding it difficult to be able to move on from Jack because everybody kept associating her with him. You know, her parents were still letting him use their vehicle, which is just odd. They've been broken up for 3 months. He has parents that have money, you know, enough to be able to help him get a car. He had a job. He was living in a house, paying rent in a house. That whole thing is just so weird.
Have you guys ever been out and a guy will make an advance and she shuts him down?
I mean, no, not really. Like, everyone honestly knows her as like Jack. So like a lot of people kind of don't bother to do that because they know like they don't want to be like that guy, I guess. But
yeah, see, everyone kind of knows her as Jack's girl, and they don't want to really be that guy. Like, we know Jack is still hung up on her, and even though she's trying to move on, we all know that Jack's brokenhearted, and nobody wants to be that guy. That's what that sounds like. No wonder Kaylee couldn't wait to get the hell up out of there. Goddamn.
Sure.
Still, I don't. She's not like that. She's not like a brutal.
And her freaking nasty ass, pathetic parents are allowing it to happen still. They do it themselves. They have no respect for how Kaylee wanted to live her life at all. I mean, and I know that it's not the exact same thing, but the only thing that keeps coming to mind every time this scenario comes up is the way that Micah Miller was treated with JP and his ownership over her, and the bullshit of him being in the room with her body after she was found and everything, knowing that she had filed for divorce and was trying to get away from him and was scared of him and was filing all these things against him because he was stalking her and had people following her. The least that they could do is respect Kaylee's wishes. And when she died, she was not with Jack. She was trying to get back with another guy, and she was leaving to go and live a different life. But instead, what did they do to everyone? They made us all fall in love with the love story that no longer was. The media did nothing but Kaylee and Jack, Jack and Kaylee, Kaylee and Jack, Jack and Kaylee. They shoved it in your face, and it wasn't even real. The real love story between Ethan and Xana got completely just thrown away for the fake one, because for some reason we had to focus on the pretty blonde girl and her boyfriend. We couldn't focus on the pretty brunette whose boyfriend also was a victim. No one ever talked about Ethan and Xana. It was always about Jack and Kaylee because of the bullshit that her parents did. It's been disrespectful from day one. They don't care what that girl wanted. They don't care how Kaylee wanted to live her life.
Person that would just shut someone down like a savage. I don't know. She was nice.
Sure.
Okay. 5 things that could have led to Kaylee's death.
My God.
Someone acting out of rage towards her or roommates. Let's talk about that. What do you mean by rage?
Like just someone getting so mad at them and like just.
And mind you, at this point, the people don't know that Kaylee was completely disfigured in her face. So while they're talking about rage and everything, it's 12/6. They don't know about her face. The world doesn't know about that yet, or at least not to the extent that she was disfigured.
Literally, just doing that, I guess.
What would it take? How much rage build up, and what would be at the principle of that rage to get someone to do that?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like it could be just someone that's just like has a short circuit, or someone that's just like crazy and has let this like boil up for, oh gosh, a minute. Or like someone that's just like let this like consume them for a while and then feel like they have to act out, or like something pushed them over the edge. I honestly have no idea.
Okay.
Bro.
On this one?
You hear her phone keeps vibrating, like someone keeps calling her, and she's just like, bro, my God, because she can't get her phone to stop.
Yeah.
I mean, so, and just correct me if I'm wrong here, but most of
That's
the guys
true.
you hung out with were,
That's true.
Ethan was a SIG, right? Any bad blood there?
No.
I mean, any, because, you know, towards her roommates, so I
Yeah, no, not between him.
Between anybody, like, so between any other
Between
guys and maybe
everyone?
Ethan, or I know Ethan didn't live there, but he was there.
And see, it's interesting, like right as, where's the comment at? As soon as this comment popped up, the very first time I saw / heard Stacy speak, I immediately knew she did not approve of Xana. Me too. The second I was like, yeah, no joke. I started thinking of the no love triangle, no drug comments that they made, and instantly look at this one. Pete was the other corner of that love triangle that old Stacy Stace was talking about
That night, so.
I mean, I didn't really hang out with the Sigma Chi's very much, just because they're not my kind of people, I guess. But
Ethan was your whatever in the Greek life. That's kind of weird. Okay.
no, I didn't. Not that I knew of. Everyone seemed to get along, and like all of them were very nice people, and people liked being around them. Like they would invite people over, and it was never like a weird, like rivalry kind of vibe. Because I know that sometimes, like within fraternities and stuff, it can be like that. But it didn't ever seem like they were the kind of people that were like, "Oh, you're a baby, you can't be here. Like, go." You know, they were very nice.
Okay.
So they used to have a lot of parties at their place.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like a lot of different fraternities and sororities used to come.
Yeah.
You ever recall any time where one wasn't invited, or an individual maybe was kicked out or rejected?
I mean, no. It's just like when people have parties, they kind of just invite like their like immediate friends, and then like they'll invite their friends, but it's never like a personal like invitation thing, like where you invite every single person like through message. It's kind of like a big mass text or like a post or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
You also listed a potential stalker. Let's talk about that.
Well, I honestly haven't. I saw it on the news, so that's why I put that.
Okay. There is something about a stalker. This is one thing I will add to your knowledge. There is something about it. It's not related to the murders.
Yeah, I figured. I looked into that.
Yeah.
That was in my
our guys know.
So he's not allowed to give her any information, but he's telling her that they're aware of the stalking situation and it's real, but it's not connected to the murders. Is he really telling her that?
You also listed a potential stalker. Let's talk about that.
Well, I honestly haven't. I saw it on the news, so that's why I put that.
Okay. There is something about a stalker. This is one thing I will add to your knowledge. There is something about it. It's not related to the murders.
Yeah, I figured. I looked into that.
Yeah.
That was in my
our guys now, actually, Will is part of the team that's taking care of all the follow-up on that. So that'll be handled.
Okay.
So who's the stalker? So who's the stalker? Are you telling me on 12/6/2022, you know who the stalker is? And you somehow know on 12/6/2022 that it's not related to the murders? The Winco guys were found to just be dummies trying to ask girls out on dates. And the rumor, the bullshit that the Goncalveses are saying about how the guy came up and tried to open the door after Kaylee got inside of the car is wrong. None of the reports say that at all. None of them. Interesting. These dates, the dates that he's saying this to her are quite interesting. Oh, and I've tried to get the Winco interviews and I was denied for privacy. They could just redact them and give me initials like they do for everything else, but for some reason I'm not allowed to have those.
Immediate friends, and then like they'll invite their friends, but it's never like a personal like invitation thing, like where you invite every single
I think it was
person,
Jack.
Like, through message. It's kind of like a
I
big
honestly do
mass
think it was
text
Jack.
or like a post or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
You also listed a potential stalker. Let's talk about that.
Well, I honestly haven't. I saw it on the news, so that's why I put that.
Okay.
That
There is
too.
something about a stalker. This is one thing I will add to your knowledge.
Right? Because now they're sure trying to say that it was him doing it, right? Crazy shit.
There
I'm
is
so tired of this
something
case, bro. Oh my
It's
God.
not related to the murders.
Yeah, I figured.
and-
I looked into that.
Yeah,
That was in my
and
hole.
our guys, actually Will is part of the team that's taking care of all the follow-up on that. So
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check what Will did.
Okay.
And it wasn't just any one person in the house or anything else. No, these guys are just kind of creepers. So
Yeah.
that'll be handled.
See, that makes it sound like it is the Winco guys, and that's just a one-off. That's not stalkers. Oh my God. This dude is stressing me out. What are you talking about, Kegger? What do you mean? What do you mean?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
You also listed a potential stalker. Let's talk about that.
Well, I honestly haven't. I saw it on the news, so that's why I put that.
Okay. There is something about a stalker. This is one thing I will add to your knowledge. There is something about it. It's not related to the murders.
Yeah, I figured. I looked into that.
Yeah,
That was in
and
my
looked into
hole.
our
that.
guys,
That's
actually
crazy.
Will is part of the team that's taking care
What does that mean? What did you look at?
all the follow-up on that. So
Okay.
that'll be handled.
Okay.
And it wasn't just any one person in the house or anything else. No, these guys are just kind of creepers. So
Yeah.
that'll be handled.
These guys are just kind of creepers.
A robbery. Why a robbery? I mean,
I don't know, like a robbery gone wrong or something.
Okay. Would there be anything in the house?
No.
Why are they laughing right now? Why is this a laughing answer?
So
That's
that'll
uncomfortable.
be handled.
Okay.
Why did your friends die of a burglary? I don't know. Burglary gone wrong. What the frick? Girl, that's weird.
And it wasn't just any one person in the house or anything else. No, these guys are just kind of creepers. So
Yeah.
that'll be handled. A robbery. Why a robbery? I mean,
I don't know, like a robbery gone wrong or something.
Okay. Would there be anything in the house?
No,
significant
that's like,
value?
I don't, probably not. I mean, they're literally college students. That we don't have anything in our house that could be valuable, I guess. So
Right.
Why are you laughing about that, though? That's just as weird as the thing with Cyray and Steve the other day. Why are you laughing at that, though?
I don't know. It's just an idea, maybe.
Along the lines of Robert, you said that Kaylee made a ton of money. She was always buying stuff.
Yeah, she liked nice things, but
Was she flashy about it?
no,
Okay.
she was very humble. She was not a bragger about her things. She would have something nice, and if you were like, "Oh my gosh, it's so cute," she would just be like, "Thanks," but she would never be like, "Oh yeah, this was like $1,000." She was not like that at all.
Did she ever buy rounds at the bar when you guys would go out for people? I mean, and I mean, when I ask that, I don't mean like her and like 2 or 3 other
Like
people.
scream.
I mean,
drinks on
like,
me.
yeah,
No,
drinks
I
on me,
don't
like
think
for,
so.
for this sorority or that sorority or this fraternity or anything like that.
No, she was like very like, I don't know. I guess she would.
See, that's also the opposite because a lot of other people were saying that Kaylee was buying dinners, lunches, buying rounds at the bar, and she's saying that she wasn't. It's interesting.
Buy you a drink, but like not tell you that she bought you a drink. Like she was very like, I don't know.
So unless you knew her pretty well or saw her, like, unless you knew her pretty well, you wouldn't know that
Yeah.
she was
Yeah.
doing what.
Pretty much everybody is getting the same like weird feeling, uncomfortable, frequency from this interview.
Oh, at work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A love interest of one of the roommates. Anyone come to mind?
No, like honestly, no.
I mean, Ethan.
Other than like
Ethan and
and
Xana are in a
Xana.
relationship, right?
Yeah.
And then, what about Maddie?
She was dating Jake.
See, that's not supposed to say Jack. It should be saying Jake, but the captions hit it wrong.
Anyone come to mind?
That's crazy.
No, like honestly, no.
I mean, Ethan.
Other than like
Ethan and
and
Xana are in a
Xana.
relationship, right?
Yeah.
And then, what about Maddie?
She was dating Jake.
Yeah, dating Jake. And we know that, again, he spoke at the memorial, so why are we redacting anything like this?
No.
You don't know who, though?
No.
Okay. Anything, Will? No.
No, I don't think so.
Okay. An angry neighbor. This is an interesting one. I haven't seen this one before, but that makes a lot of sense, or could. Why would neighbors be angry, though?
Because it's loud on that street.
We've already watched the body cam of the noise complaints. We already know that Matt Moye,
I know families, some families.
Called in a noise complaint over there. I don't know why we're redacting anything about the noise at the house.
Families live near there. Like just last year when my boyfriend lived at those apartments and they would have people over, just like a random person that lived next to them would always call the cops on them for being loud.
Which apartments did your boyfriend live at?
The one. Yeah.
Any idea who calls in the noise complaints? I know the cops usually don't tell you, right?
I don't know. Probably people that are annoyed with us, or.
Well, I mean, that's a given, but.
Yeah.
Because I think there are some residential families over there.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, at least for us, we
fellow
live around
college students.
college students that are in Great Cliff. So if they do it, we're just like, they're out to get us. But
Right.
With them, I know they live right. Like if you go continue on King Street, it's like families and like that kind of area.
Yeah, just
so,
on the backside's more residential.
yeah, and so that's what made me think that. I don't know.
You've told us everything. And then the last question that we have here is,
Sorry, my handwriting is kind of bad.
no, your
Have you seen
handwriting's
mine?
great.
Come on.
Halloween party.
Here we go. Halloween party.
They have pretty good parties at the place.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly Greek members at the party.
I mean, yeah, their Halloween party, a lot of people from like out of town, like Boise and Coeur d'Alene will come for Halloween. And so it was like people from Boise, people that, sorry, people that didn't go to U of I, people in Greek, people, I don't know, just a lot of random people, I guess.
Okay. Was there a conflict or a confrontation at the Halloween party? We've only heard some rumors.
Honestly, not that I remember. I know the cops came at some point.
Sounds like they showed up there quite a bit for noise complaints.
Yes.
Were you at the Halloween party?
Mm-hmm.
Do you happen to have any photos from the Halloween party?
Yeah.
And we can't hear the details of the photos.
Done. Do you need it?
We don't need it, but if there was, if it shows anybody in the
Oh,
background.
no,
or
we're
anything
just like in the bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
No overall photos or snap videos or Instagram videos from the party?
I don't think so. I can look, but
Sure. Yeah, I mean, you have the email address and all that stuff, but
I'll just look and then.
Yeah, so that would, if you come across those, please send them in. And we aren't saying it's related to the Halloween party, but because of the proximity and time frame from the murder and something like that, maybe there was someone there that absolutely did not belong.
Yeah.
Right. And we need to be able to go through and try to identify that. And it could be legitimate. They were invited, but they've just never been there before, whatever.
Yeah.
Right. So if you have any of that, yes, please just email it over to me.
Okay.
That'd be great. Let's talk about Texas. She was supposed to be going to Texas with her friend Joe.
Well, I wasn't sure if it was Texas or
Again, look, the caption caught the name, and this redaction was part of what was paid for. That's crazy.
Yes, please.
Every single
just
one.
Email it over to me.
Okay.
That'd be great. Let's talk about Texas. She was supposed to be going to Texas with her friend Joe.
Well, I wasn't sure if it was Texas or yeah. Okay,
Austin.
Actually, yes, Austin.
Because in one of your tips.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So she was supposed to be moving to Austin with George for her job. So her job wanted to relocate her to a different place, and so she was going to move there, and then George was going to come and move in with her and teach in Austin as well after a couple of months. But she was going to move in with this one guy first.
Yep.
And then that obviously didn't happen, but yeah, that was her plan.
Yeah. So we have like a post of like in an Austin looking for roommates type, like I think it's a Facebook group. And as far as we were understanding, there was a guy that Kaylee was supposed to live with at first before her friend came and moved down there.
Who's this guy?
I don't know.
Did she ever talk to you
She
about
she
him?
would talk about him to me. Well, she did once or twice. I know he was like younger. He just was out of college too. She told me he was a frat guy, very similar in personality to her. Worked for like he worked for a similar company to hers. They were like competitors, I guess, and they had a lot of the same interests. And he seemed nice. She told me that she would Skype him and show him her dog and stuff. I don't know. He seemed.
So I thought that this was a gay guy. But it almost sounds as if it could be a straight guy that Kaylee might have been talking to.
Seemed like a nice guy. She never showed me pictures though.
Seemed like there could have been any type of onset of a romantic relationship or anything like that.
I mean, she said that he was cute, and we were like, oh my gosh, what if it's fate if you guys fall in love and then you end up moving in with him? And she was like, I don't know, maybe, you know.
Okay, maybe not a gay guy. Alrighty.
I apologize. Maybe I missed that. How did they meet each other?
She met him through, I think, like a Facebook thing or some sort of like finding a roommate thing. Because I remember she was kind of desperate because she didn't want to have to pay her lease on King Street and her lease there all by herself. And so she was looking on like Facebook and things like that for a roommate.
Who is this man? Who is this man? I thought it was a gay guy. So I was like, okay, no reason for me to even give a shit. If it was not, and there was something brewing there, who is this man? Oh, buddy. I have not seen anything about an interview with the guy she was supposed to be roommating with in Texas. I do not recall. It'll be somebody in Austin. I do not recall there being a report that made it sound as if they talked to the guy that she's supposed to live with. This is interesting. He was younger and fresh out of college and worked for the competing company. So he would have to work for like an IT type company. Extreme Networks. Discover the top networking challenges and learn how Extreme Networks' innovative solutions can transform your business. It's like cloud stuff. They're even on the stock market now? EXTR, they have a stock ticker. That's crazy. The guy worked for their competitor. So she gets on a Facebook group to look for a random roommate in Austin and happens to connect with her company's biggest competitor. Frat guy, younger, fresh out of college. They Skyped a lot. She thought he was cute. Who is this? That's a good question. Was he already in Austin? Was he already in Austin, or was he moving to Austin too? It's a good question.
Okay. And I think maybe you provided this tip, but you said he's a teacher in
No,
that's Jordan.
Oh, sorry.
Jordan is now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Jordan is the girl that was moving in afterwards. So Kaylee was supposed to move down there and move in with the guy first, and then Jordan was going to follow suit.
I've talked to her. Something like that.
Okay, and who was the other guy then? Because I must have been reading Jordan while you were talking about.
The guy was her future roommate. They were going to move in together.
Did you know his first name?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
So no, you're good. You're good. So it sounds like she had a pretty good roadmap to get down to Austin, make things happen.
Yeah.
Lease wise, everything else. Join firms. Yeah, she was going to go down there and all that good stuff. You don't think that her relationship with this new roommate ever grew more than they Skyped a few times, or?
I don't think so, because she did mention to me at some point being like, because I was trying, of course it was me. I was always trying to convince her to like spark something up with someone, but I was like, well, what if you and this guy like talked and then you guys got along really well and then you guys moved in together? And she was like, honestly, no, because then what if we end up not liking each other and then it's just weird? And so she wasn't really interested in that, but
okay.
Yeah.
Anything else on there, buddy?
I think you already talked about the other friends that were going. One maybe.
But Dylan and Bethany are the first ones to tell us that Kaylee was maybe changing her mind about leaving. Remember, not at the scene, but afterwards. Both Bethany and Dylan say something about maybe talking Kaylee into staying for the rest of the semester and not leaving. So what if she did change her mind and she said something to the guy in Texas about how now she's not going down there, and then maybe there was something more going on than what this girl might know, and I don't know. This just makes it sound so different than what we originally heard. This makes it sound so different.
Maybe two. That was Nat Goff.
That's crazy sounding.
No.
Okay. All right, now to dive into more of the victimology and profiling elements. By the way, if it doesn't work out, you ever think about going into law enforcement?
What? Are we recruiting? Are we recruiting during a victimology interview? Okay, Kegger. Oh my God. This guy, this guy is so freaking annoying. Oh my God, he's recruiting during a victimology interview.
I think you'd be great at it, and we need more women in law enforcement. We really do.
Oh, I'm sure. You'd love to see her in uniform every day, wouldn't you, boy? Knock it off. This is so weird.
You want to touch on this?
Stop it. Stop it, please. Stop it. Just stop it. This is so bad. This is so bad. He's been flirting with her the whole time. Oh my God, it's so gross.
Gotcha. I think you'd be great at it. And we need more women in law enforcement. We really do.
Did you want to touch on this before we get to the victimology part and this? Or
yeah,
Man,
go
he
ahead.
told her that.
so, and I don't know if somebody else talked to you about it, but this says that told you that after the incident that she maybe recognizes the masked suspect from the party earlier in the day at your place.
The fuck? The fuck? One more kid.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, and I don't know if somebody else talked to you about it, but this says that told you that after the incident that she maybe recognizes the masked suspect from the party earlier in the day at your place.
What?
Okay, she didn't tell me that. That was just something that I had heard. I think I said that to one of the FBI's that came to see me in Boise, but it was just like a rumor. They were asking me if I had heard anything about.
So the FBI knew that somewhere Dylan had said this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I got that part straight.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, why didn't you tell me that before? I missed it.
Because it's a good question to ask.
And then, have you guys already dealt with this then?
No.
Something about a picture posted to VRBO via Instagram at 3:30.
Oh, to Visco?
Visco.
VSCO.
Oh, someone input it wrong.
Yeah.
It said VRBO. We're like,
No,
they're doing
VSCO.
a vacation
Visco.
rental.
Yeah.
I had heard through somebody that had posted at like 3:30.
I fully believe the only reason why they put them all into the hotel room is because they bugged the absolute shit out of that entire building inside and out. I fully believe that.
30 a.m. on a picture on there, but
What is it called?
Visco, VSCO.
And what is that?
It's just like a picture app. It's like kind of like
Not just how many. How many did they interview before the local agencies interviewed them? She talked to the FBI before she talked to these people. The FBI went and got in front of a lot of stuff, which is weird.
Instagram, but it's more for like editing and like photography and stuff like that. And people will post pictures on there.
Any idea what kind of picture it was?
No idea. It was just something I heard again.
Okay.
I'll go back. We've seen the picture. It's like 3:30 in the morning or 3:33 or something like that. It's a picture that Dylan posts, and it has the date and the time on it, and it's more of like a school-related type posting
Put it
board.
wrong.
Yeah.
It said VRBO. We're like,
No,
they're doing a
VSCO.
vacation
Visco.
rental.
Yeah.
I had heard through somebody that had posted at like 3:30 a.m. on a picture on there.
Before
but
this.
What is it called?
Visco, VSCO.
And what is that?
It's just like a picture app. It's like kind of like Instagram, but it's more for like editing and like photography and stuff like that. And people will post pictures on there.
Any idea what kind of picture it was?
No idea. It was just something I heard again.
Okay.
I don't know.
And then what about the
And if I remember correctly, I'm pretty positive it's a picture of Dylan and Kaylee in black dresses from like the Friday night party is what I'm remembering in my mind.
bloody hand streak on the wall of an apartment?
And that was outside of, or that was in our apartment.
In your apartment?
Yeah, that was well, we had like people over for the game, and there was just like a ton of people at our apartment. And then at one point during the party, there was like a bloody hand streak, and there's blood outside of our apartment too. It's really gross. I think someone might have gotten like a bloody nose or something, like smeared it everywhere. It was really disgusting.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. And then I'm sure you're going to touch on these later.
No, go ahead.
So a lot of times when people ask, when they get to the end of an interview, they ask the question, who do you think we should talk to, or who do you think may have done this? So you listed at this time, it's probably a typo.
I think I had mentioned talk to him because it was like really soon after it happened, and I had heard that he was like standing outside like crying, and so they were like, who do you think saw anything or knows anything? And I said probably him, because he lives right across the street.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's right.
Who lives right across the street and was crying?
Are you gonna touch on these later?
There's blood outside of that was people will post pictures on there.
Yeah, remember we've seen these pictures now of the blood on the apartments. It's really freaking weird.
Any idea what kind of picture it was?
No idea. It was just something I heard again.
Okay.
I don't know.
And then what about the bloody hand streak on the wall of an apartment?
That was outside of, or that was in our apartment.
In your apartment?
Yeah, that was we had like people over for the game, and there was just like a ton of people at our apartment, and then at one point during the party there was like a bloody hand streak, and there's blood outside of our apartment too. It's really gross. I think someone might have gotten like a bloody nose or something and like smeared it everywhere. It was
on
really
both sides of the wall.
But yeah,
it's literally on both sides, like it was a fight and people were being thrown up against the wall. No one is going to take their bloody nose and wipe it with both hands and just smear it on both sides of the wall as they're walking. What? No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
And then I'm sure you're going to touch on these later.
Yeah, let's touch on the bloody photos later.
So a lot of times when people ask, when they get to the end of an interview, they ask the question, who do you think we should talk to, or who do you think may have done this? So you listed at this time, it's probably a typo.
I think I had mentioned talk to him because it was like really soon after it happened, and I had heard that he was like standing outside like crying, and so they were like, who do you think saw anything or knows anything? And I said probably him, because he lives right across the street.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's relevant anymore.
Okay, and then how about Jack?
So
okay.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Well,
do you think we should talk to him, or?
Or I mean, I'm sure you guys probably have.
Right.
I don't know.
But
I feel like he'll probably just tell you what he already has said multiple times. I honestly don't know if you still need to or not. But
she's talking about Hunter living across the street outside crying. Is she talking about Hunter?
Is there anybody else you can think of that we should talk to that maybe we haven't?
Like to ask these questions, or?
Sure, these questions, or anybody that you think.
Like someone I think did this?
Sure.
I mean,
Jack, maybe?
I don't know. Like, I
Right.
literally don't know. I've seen a lot of stuff on like TikTok about Jack, and that's been like really creeping me out, but I don't know.
Okay. I'm good.
Did she just say, I've been seeing a lot of stuff online about drugs and it's been creeping me out? Or is it Jack and it's been creeping me out? If it's drugs, I don't know why they would redact it when they have no problem letting, like, every time somebody says something about coke just be out there. It's freaking weird.
Is there anybody else you can think of that we should talk to that maybe we haven't?
Like to ask these questions?
Enon wouldn't have been at the hotel, though.
Sure.
He
These
didn't know
questions,
them like
or
that.
anybody that you think.
Like someone I think did this?
Sure.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I
Right.
literally don't know. I've seen a lot of stuff on like TikTok about Jack,
Yeah.
and that's been like really
It sounds more like JA than drugs. Yeah, for sure. Sounds like Jack.
creeping me out, but I don't know.
Okay. I'm good with this.
Okay.
You told me to remind you of these things, so that's what I did.
Appreciate that, Will. You've thought about this long. It's over 3 weeks, unfortunately.
Yeah.
When you think about the killer
hmm
and who did this, what does he or she look like?
Why can't we hear this? Oh my God. Why can't we hear this? Really? Wow. It's a form. It's a victimology form of like 300 plus questions.
Okay.
And they're basically cherry
Why would
picking what they're going to
someone-
speak about.
Is they're crazy? Like maybe they have a psychological issue that doesn't allow them to think properly or something. I don't know.
Sure.
I don't think a normal person could have done that. It's just gruesome.
Oh, really?
Sure. And when someone would do something like this, what do you think would drive them to it, other than just being crazy? What kind of crazy? Because there's lots of crazy. What kind of crazy would do it?
Like weird fantasy crazy, like psycho, like I don't know, like Ted Bundy vibe. It's
Okay.
like what I think.
Is this person a handsome person or an ugly person? Is this person the life of the party or the person that hides in the shadows?
What? What? These
Like, I
are
don't know,
weird questions,
like
bro.
Ted Bundy vibe. It's
Okay.
like what I think.
Is this person a handsome person or an ugly person? Is this person the life of the party or the person that hides in the shadows? You know, kind of give me a profile. What do you think this person looks like?
This is weird.
I don't know. I feel like they could either be like weird, like ugly, creepy, and like weird like that, or they could be like attractive and personable.
Yeah, Bundy. I mean,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I don't know. I also feel like if it was someone that,
This is weird.
like again going off of a rumor, if it was someone that would have seen and not felt like threatened by, but then remember seeing them later on, then it was probably someone that wasn't creepy and ugly. Because if I saw someone creepy and ugly in my apartment, I'd probably tell them to get out.
Oh my God.
So maybe someone personable, attractive, that you looks like a normal person that you hang out with, I guess.
go ahead.
What?
Hey, you got anything?
Just some follow-up stuff,
Weird.
but
Oh.
you're doing your thing.
No. Okay. Thank
So.
you. All right. No, it looked like you had something to say.
No, it's just interesting. Because it's interesting the way that you answer that. So it's good.
Yeah, it's insightful, definitely. If any one versus all four was a target, who would it be?
Well, again, I've heard and seen like on the news that Kaylee was like the worst one. So maybe Kaylee or one of the girls upstairs. Because
Okay, if we exclude everything we know
Oh,
about the
yeah.
news and we just know of that house.
December 5th is the date of that interview where the Goncalveses were out in front of the Moscow Police Department talking about how the means don't match, which was the day before this interview. Okay, that makes sense why she just said that.
Versus all four was a target, who would it be?
well, again, I've heard and seen like on the news that Kaylee was like the worst one. So maybe Kaylee or one of the girls upstairs. Because
Okay, if we exclude everything we know about the news and we just know of that house and we know of who they are and other things like you do, which one, if there is this crazy person out there or whatever, which one do you think he or she would target?
well, I mean, it's like hard for me to answer that because I feel like when I think about it, I think about like the layout of the house and like I try to like solve this in my mind and try to comprehend it, but I don't know. I feel like if Kaylee and Maddie were upstairs and they went upstairs and probably one of them.
Okay. It's insightful. Go ahead with your follow-up, buddy.
Okay. This is kind of random.
Mm-hmm.
But in all the interviews that I've been doing, because his job is slightly different than, or his role, not your job, well, whatever. Anyway, slightly different than mine. So I've been following up with people, and since you live in the area, that night, did you see or hear any cars or anything that were out of place?
I went to sleep so early that night. It was after game day. I was out.
About what time do you think you went to bed?
Like, I don't know. I came home at like 10ish and then went to bed at like 11 probably. I was really tired.
Okay. And at your party, was there anyone there that you didn't like know?
Mm-mm. I mean, not that I can think of or recall.
Okay. Were there any new vehicles that you didn't recognize in your parking lot or anything like that?
Just like the driver cars from like the fraternities, the DDs.
Yeah.
But that's all.
Okay. And then, I mean, this one's pretty random, but you seem very, very close to Kaylee. Would you ever access her phone for her? If she like tossed you her phone, would you ever go on it? Like,
not really. No, I think I did once, like a year ago, but
yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys weren't close enough where she like shared her password with you.
They're trying so hard.
I mean, she would have shared her password if I was like, "What's your password?" But I just never really like ever needed to, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I had.
Oh, thank you for the 199 Strawberry Fields. And thank you for the 10 Sammy Como. Love your questions, love this community. Never take anything without asking questions. Yeah, I can't anymore. You've got to show me proof, or you just got to stop talking for real. It's just too much. And that's just like, it goes beyond crime. Like it goes beyond this. That goes into like in every aspect. Like unless you've got some proof behind your words, I just don't want to hear it.
Okay. Anything that you would like to share with us that we haven't asked?
We have like 3 minutes left.
Honestly, no, I don't think I have anything.
We're grateful that you've come in. This is actually like the third time, fourth time, fifth time, maybe, that you've been talked to by law enforcement.
Yeah.
What the fuck? The fifth time? This is her fifth interview? It is December 6th. This is her fifth interview? That means that there's like either all FBI interviews and this. What? What do you mean? This is like the only report. Like, I'm pretty positive this is the only report that we have access to. Unless there's something after this. I don't recall ever reading so many freaking interviews in reports. They've got to be all Fed interviews. Fifth interview. Oh my God.
Sorry, one last question.
Once, like a year ago, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So you guys weren't close enough where she like shared her password with you.
That's crazy.
I mean, she would have shared her password if I was like, "What's your password?" But I just never really like ever needed to, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I had.
Okay. Anything that you would like to share with us that we haven't asked?
Honestly, no, I don't think I have anything.
We're grateful that you've come in. This is actually like the third time, fourth time, fifth time, maybe, that you've been talked to by law enforcement.
Yeah.
Sorry, one last question.
Oh yeah, please.
One last question. Out of all the guys, that like the Dells, the Six, all that stuff, who in your mind, because there's always one guy, right? There's always one asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Who, out of all the guys that you've met and all the fraternities and stuff, in your opinion, is the biggest asshole?
Well, I mean, he's graduated, but
Okay.
he was not nice. His
Okay.
name's Bull, but he's like gone.
What's his name?
Beanie?
What frat was he in a frat?
He
Okay.
he was very aggressive, very like drunk, aggressive guy, but he's gone now.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about this year? I mean, relative to the situation.
Well, that's also why I say It's like he's very like at first I was like,
True.
no way. But then I'm like, think about it. And out of like every guy that I know, I feel like he would be the one, like not the one to do it, but he fights everyone and has a very short fuse and like it's just kind of a dick when he's drunk. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know.
Talking about Showalter?
I don't want to like say that and like accidentally incriminate him if he didn't do anything.
No. Yeah, the reason I ask that is because there's always the big asshole, right? There's always the guy that's causing problems in the group. There's always the guy that's
he doesn't cause problems, but he's always there to like be in the problem, like if someone is fighting someone, he'll go and immediately be like, go and fight them too.
Like a moth to a flame.
Get involved in things that he doesn't need to be involved in, I guess.
Okay.
Or drama that he doesn't need to be involved in.
Sure. Any girls? Kind of same idea, just with the ladies.
Honestly, I don't know of anyone that's like mean like that or like, I mean, actually, I was friends with Xana, but that's just her personality. She was kind of just like
a name.
Doesn't she's just very.
No filter, doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, like we'll call you out on, yeah.
Good, sorry.
You're great. Sorry. Anything else? Okay. Your homework assignment.
I'll look into that.
Any videos or photos associated to the Halloween party?
Okay.
All right. And
what is she, a mini investigator?
Like I said, best thing is my email. Because the way our email system works, I can take attachments and other things and immediately upload them into our case system if they're relevant.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah, I think that's all I have for you. We are grateful. I mean, like I said, you've been talked to numerous times, and your willingness to come in and help us out is to be applauded. So thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Sometimes the smallest things help. Sometimes the biggest things help. In this case, everything helps. Okay. I'm going to end audio recording. It is 6:33 p.m. And December 6, 2022, 5:17 p.m. Idaho State Police Detective Joe Lake with Idaho State Police Detective. State name.
William Adams.
And
that's who it is. Joe Lake and Adams. Wowza! Holy shit-a-moly. Lots of info in this one. Dylan scared her a little bit. She felt like she used her resting bitch face as a mask of sorts, which is an interesting perception of Dylan for someone who didn't really know her that well. Definitely some different information, at least in the way that it's being insinuated by her about the guy in Texas that Kaylee was going to be moving in with. It's a bit different. That is a lot different than what I was originally under the impression of for that. And then Dylan apparently saying something, not directly to Bianca herself, but saying something to someone else. So Bianca heard with the game of telephone that Dylan apparently said to someone that she might have actually recognized the guy that was inside the house as someone that she might have seen at a party earlier in the day at Bianca's house. I mean, she said she didn't recognize Bryan. She took it upon herself, according to her interview, when his arrest was announced, to look up the mugshot, and she told the police on her interview on 12/30/22 that is out to the public that she did not recognize him. And remember, on the 13th, when she's talking to Detective Mallory, he straight up asks her, "Did you see his eyebrows?" And she said, "No, I didn't see his eyes either." And also, the guy in Texas just so happening to work for Kaylee's competition, like not Kaylee's personal competition, like inside of the same job, but works for the competitor company for Kaylee's company. And you randomly find each other on a Facebook group looking for roommates in Austin. That's weird. It's a weird detail. Very strange detail. Definitely some interesting information here. But I can't believe this is the 5th interview with this chick. Are we ever going to be able to hear the rest of them? And how are we 5 interviews in and this girl is hearing that Dylan might have recognized the guy at a party at her house? We're 5 interviews in and you're just now trying to get some information from the Halloween party from before? Like, what are y'all talking to this girl about if that's the step you're on right now? Like, that's wild. 5th freaking time. What? I mean, we've heard insinuations in other interviews that made it sound as if, the FBI might have talked to them before too, but we have never heard that kind of number. Wow. Insane. No, we went over all those reports when they first came out. Well, it's been a while since we've gone over them again, but we'll end up hitting them up soon here. I have to get something together about the phones anyway. I requested the chain of custody for Kaylee's phone. Let me actually check and see if they've even looked at it, because the last time I checked these, they hadn't touched it. Like, they hadn't even opened my requests. Let's see. Yeah. So I asked for the one I asked for the DoorDash drop-off photo, like of the food actually, and anything regarding Jack in the Box surveillance or anything like that. It still has it still has 1.082, which is the staff cost. And that's what it states as soon as it shows up on the portal, and it hasn't changed. And then I asked for, on July 30th, so it's only been a week, but on July 30th, I said that I wanted the chain of custody for Kaylee Goncalves' phone, and that we were aware that it was transferred between several different agencies because they, according to her parents, had not been able to unlock the physical device itself in order to get inside the phone, and that I wanted the entire chain of custody from 11/22 until the date of the request being answered. And that one only has $2 and some change on it, so they've not given 2 shits about even looking up that one. They're moving hella slow. And that other one about Molly's stuff and Jack in the Box footage was July 24th. So that one's been about 2 weeks. There's just so many things that need to be answered. It's ridiculous. I think it's because of how careful they have to be to not put it on the network. Because that's like the stipulation is they can't have it on the network because something could happen. Somebody could remote factory reset the phone. As soon as it hits the network, it gets the command and the whole phone gets wiped. So they try not to the whole time, you know. That's the only holdup I can figure is what's going on. No, it's not. We're the ones who... No, it's not. I don't know why people are saying that. I heard the custody queen saying that too. That's a lie. That's not true at all. We paid Moscow PD for the official chain of custody, and it shows that on the morning of the 14th in the MPD narrative, the crime scene closed and was considered completed around like 8 something in the morning. And then Brett Payne around 9 something in the morning on the 14th submits the knife sheath to Tim Smoldridge in the evidence department at MPD. There's another, I don't know what happened in between the 14th and the 15th, but there's another Brett Payne to Tim Smoldridge again on the 15th, which I don't understand. And then on the 16th is when it was removed from the lab and it was picked up by a state trooper and brought over to the Idaho State Police lab. There's not 3 days missing before testing. That's not true. I don't know who's saying that. That's not true. Yeah, that's not true. Now, it is questionable to me why Brett Payne, a week before the plea, was repackaging the knife sheath when we were still a couple of months away from the trial. I don't understand why that happened. And I don't, again, know why the hell it has Brett Payne giving the sheath to Tim Smoldridge twice without saying that it was taken out of evidence. Like, it literally has it on the 14th and the 15th, and I don't know why. That's the legitimate question for the chain of custody. Like, why the hell does it show it twice? Where was it when you apparently moved it from the lab on the 14th or the 15th before then giving it back to the lab on the 15th? Like, what's that about? Why is that information missing? But no, I don't know where the 3-day thing came from. But yeah, no, that's not true. It's not true. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. Thank you for coming in here and listening to this with me tonight. I know we are a little bit behind in all of the interviews, but I will tell you now, what is tomorrow? Or today, shall I say? It's Thursday. Okay. So don't forget that today, if you have ID channel, I guess on cable maybe, I don't really know, I guess you can watch the ID channel Idaho student murder documentary that they created today. I don't know what time. I think it's at 9 o'clock. I don't remember exactly. Now I re-upped my HBO Max because that's where it's supposed to be tomorrow, Friday. The next day after it comes on TV. So again, I don't know if there's a way, and I'll check when I get off the live. I don't know if there's a way for me to be able to like watch it through the ID channel app itself or channel itself somewhere online, or if that's a strictly cable TV thing and then it shows up on HBO Max the next day and that's literally the only way that happens. I don't know yet. I'm still I tried to figure that out last night. I couldn't figure that out. So I'm going to look again tonight and see. But so far, my plan for Thursday is to do the WSU professor that Accomplished Date posted in the morning. And then we'll probably go over some sort of documentation in the middle of the day. And then we'll do another interview at night. Unless, again, something order-wise from the EWU lawsuit stuff from earlier today, or if anything gets filed with the PCR, then we'll obviously talk about that. Now, I did notice that the Goncalveses did take their daughter back over to Jesse Weber when they were doing their little whatever the hell they're doing. And he'd mentioned that as of Monday, News Nation spoke with the lawyer guy. And as of Monday, he hadn't talked to Bryan or anything, done anything, looked at anything, blah, 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 all this stuff, which makes sense to me because he just now was like, his filing of appearance was on Monday. And It's really hilarious because they'll never ever admit this, and they will never make a retraction. So do you guys remember last week when it said that there was a request to view unsealed files connected to the PCR case, and it was denied? And a bunch of these guilters were like, Bryan was denied looking at his own records. Well, Sarah, because she files the damn records request with them, asked them very specifically about what happened to that because it was on this record and now it's gone. And she was told that it was a mistake, that there was no request to look at that sealed records that was denied for Bryan's PCR, that was an accident. And I promise you, Riley Lou and all those other little weirdos, they're never going to be like, oh, guys, remember when I said that this was Bryan getting denied and we all laughed about it in the comments by the hundreds of thousands? Yeah, by the way, that was actually an error and I was wrong. They'll never do that. They'll never do that. So now you've got all these people thinking that Bryan tried to look at his own documents and Hitler denied it. And they're laughing about it. That's what's happening on TikTok and Facebook. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Crazy stuff. All right, you guys. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. Thank you again for coming in here with me tonight. Thank you for the super stickers and the super chats and the gems. Thank you for the 199, Ronnie. Thank you for the 10, Ann. Thank you so much. And again, thank you for just coming in here and hanging out with me and listening to all this crazy stuff, because this is just wild. This is just crazy wild. I don't really quite understand how we got here, how this girl got interviewed 5 times, how we're hearing about all these other crazy things. Like, it's been a wild couple of weeks already. You guys get some sleep. We're going to be back at it tomorrow. We've got to catch up on everything. That's what we're trying to do. We just got to do it at our own pace because life comes first. Life comes first. But we will be going over the WSU professor's interview in the morning. So be ready for that one. Be ready for that one because it's a doozy. It's a doozy do. But if you've been here for the reports, it's not going to be anything you haven't heard before. Just be prepared. All right, you guys. Have a super great night. Get some rest. I will see you guys tomorrow. See y'all.